The Common Man and T-Bone you're about to listen to is incredibly stupid. Listener discretion is advised.
The bigger issue is going to be they're like, well, we're not sure, but we think he is wearing a Speedo, but we can't see it. Can see it.
You know what? We don't even know if we should pixelate.
It's definitely not. But we're pixelating just out of safety, but he says he's wearing it. No one wants to check.
It's like in My 600-Pound Life. Like, they don't even know what they're looking at half the time. They just put the pixels up there just to keep themselves safe. Is it a fat roll? Is it a wiener? I don't know. Put the pixel up there anyway.
Featuring Panama Ted.
I'm a dork and stupid.
Timmy Hall.
I love a good thin meat.
And a crap ton of random sounds from the internet.
His lower body is ridiculously thick.
You little stupid.
Not on my watch.
My butt's sore.
Holler.
I like that laugh.
Welcome to Man and Bone.
Happy Thursday. Welcome in. Hello, Bone.
Hello, man.
Hello, Teddy.
Hello.
Hello.
You know, today's a special day.
Oh, it's special.
It's a special day. We decided to dust something off today. We have not done it in a while. We took a break because a lot of the questions started to get repetitive, but I think, we've taken a little break from it. We've come out better people on the other end. So today, all day, not a specific time, all day, little Would You Rather today.
Oh, Would You Rather is back, baby.
Would you rather? It's very simple. Send us a Would You Rather. At Man and Bone 971 on Twitter. You can text the burner phone 614-787-3093. Also, hop in the YouTube chat. We're live on YouTube. You can watch our ugly fachos. Just go to YouTube, search 971 The Fan, and pop in the chat and say hello to Saltine, who's in the middle of a menage.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe, we don't know.
And you know what? The best Would You Rather today, we actually have a prize right here.
Yeah?
You ready? Best Would You Rather gets 2 weekend passes to Sonic Temple Art and Music Festival. The festival begins Thursday, May 8th, runs through Sunday, May 11th at Historic Crew Stadium. Metallica leads the lineup, and Lars.
There you go.
They're headlining Friday and Sunday and promising a no-repeat weekend. So 2 different sets.
2 different sets, 2 different days.
For more information, check out sonictemplefestival.com.
Now, I think if your Would You Rather doesn't have to be, but if there is some kind of like band or musical element to it, if the Would You Rather has to do with musicians or bands, I think that should at least put you up in the running a little bit higher. Don't you think?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
All right. That's a good prize. 2 tickets to Sonic Temple. These are 4-day passes, right?
Weekend passes, it says.
There you go. All 4 days.
Degenerate T-Bone coming up at 4:46. Bone will lose you some money. Ryan Day can lose all the money he wants because he's got a lot of it.
It sure does.
Gets himself a new contract, $12.5 million per year, runs through the 2031 season. This was not a, mystery. We knew this was going to happen. You win the national championship, you get a contract like this, as he should.
Yeah, I have no problem with him getting this deal. What was the buyout on it? Is it it's like $80-some million?
Let's not worry about that.
No, but that's the cost of doing business, right?
Absolutely.
You win a national championship, you're going to get we have a problem. You and I have a problem when it's a coach who's like, well, he went 10-3, so now we got to lock him up through 2034 with
10-3.
Yeah.
You'll get 8-win coaches getting new deals.
Right. I'm just saying, like, that gets you a gigantic extension with a $100 million buyout. Ryan Day won a national championship. Ohio State, being led by Ryan Day, won a national championship. That's how that goes. It's supposed to go this way. You're supposed to get the richest contract, the biggest number. You should be the number one guy in college football as far as how much you're getting paid. Totally agreed with that. And the buyout is going to be huge. That is part of the spoils of winning the national championship.
So congratulations to Ryan Day and the Day family. I mean, look, he was already making $10+ million a year. It's not like he went from living on the streets to all of a sudden making $12.5 million a year. An extra 2.5 is great. I'm sure he appreciates the respect that comes with that.
Mm-hmm. Of course. I also, tend to think that Jim Knowles reads that and goes, that's where my $300,000 went. Ryan Day got it all. It's like, yeah, he did.
No, Jim Knowles wants to go to Penn State. That's all right. He's in the birthplace of college football. That's what he said.
Is that the birth? He said that?
I don't think he said that.
Doesn't he know Rutgers claims that?
Get out of here with the
Rutgers.
Rutgers.
They had the first game.
I don't care.
Okay. That's how birth works.
I know it's not how birth works.
Yeah, it is. They're the first. They started it.
Buckeye.
Yeah.
No, you're telling me that there wasn't some sort of community college that just unofficially played a game in a retention pond before Rutger?
Maybe they did, but they didn't put a plaque up. You got to put your plaque up.
Got to put the plaque up.
If you're the one. By the way, I will stand on this. We are first in flight. I don't care, Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Like, oh, well, they flew the plane here. Yeah, where'd they build it? Birth here.
Birth here.
Birth here. Dayton, Ohio. Wright brothers. That's us. That's Ohio, baby. Don't tell me you're the first in flight. That's Ohio.
I don't have a Dayton song. I have a Toledo song, though.
Saturday night in Toledo, Ohio.
We're going. The Italian-American football bowl of supremacy or whatever. We're going to go see it. Let's go.
The Super Bowl of Italian football.
But no. It's not, because American football played by Italians. It's not their Italian football. You Google that, it's going to be like,
right.
Lazio and, Inter Milan and AC Milan, all those teams. This is a different thing. It's the Milano Seamen.
Mm-hmm.
That's a different
They're not
thing.
playing in the league.
I know this year they're not.
They've been relegated.
Yeah.
Buckeye women lose to undefeated UCLA last night. Here's the reality. UCLA, number one team in the country, very good. Here's my expert analysis.
Okay.
If you shoot 29% from the field on the road, you ain't beating the number one team in the country.
No. Now, what they did do was hold UCLA to their lowest point total of the season because they do play great defense. They got like 23 steals.
They forced a bunch of turnovers.
Yeah, but just some nights you're not hitting your shots. And that was something Buckeyes couldn't do last night. So, yeah, if you want to beat the number one team, they all know that. That's what you have to do, and it didn't get done last night. Another chance of redemption, though, Saturday night, I believe, is when they play USC. So 1 and 4. These are the rankings of the two California schools, the two LA schools. So you got to go out there and try to get a split here now.
Buckeye men's team hosting Maryland tonight. Coverage starts at 6. 7 o'clock. Catch all the action right here on the Fan. This is a huge game tonight. The Buckeyes, the last time they played this team, trailed by as many as 40. I think the final score, they lost by like 24, 26. They played better in the second half.
Yeah.
To get to that margin. Buckeyes are actually favored in this game tonight. I think 2.5-point favorites. Huge game at home. Revenge game.
Yeah, I feel like this Buckeye basketball team can get the job done against anyone they go up against. We have seen it at times this year. The consistency factor is what we're going to need tonight. So you're at home. Revenge should be on the mind.
I actually feel better about this game tonight.
Better.
Because Timmy just told me that he's nervous about it.
Oh.
And when Timmy's hyper confident, they lose by 30. When he's nervous, they win.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's the way we're going to take it for now.
And the Jackets at home for Utah tonight, 7 o'clock. We will not have the game because we have Buckeye basketball. But they're back.
They're back.
Against Utah.
Not for long. Utah. I mean, they're not going to call them the Utah Hockey Club forever.
How do you know? Maybe that wins the fan vote.
You're right, it might.
Those people are stupid enough to do it.
People in Utah?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And the league.
I see.
The NHL. Hey, you know what? I was watching last night. I flipped on the hockey. They had some national hockey on last night.
Yeah.
Talking about all the ratings. Oh, the ratings are bad this year. Guess who was on again last night? Here's another Blackhawk game for you.
So stupid.
National window. Here's another last plays Blackhawk game.
Yeah, but watch Connor Bedard, I guess. That's the idea. Is just that's because that's what you want to build your league on, Mike. Not strong brands, not teams. You got to have one guy on a team that is crappy. That's what people want to see.
Let me tell you the most interesting thing about the hockey game last night. There was a bat flying around the United Center during the game.
Oh.
A bat.
That would be, San Antonio has this problem every so often because where San Antonio, they do have like a bat population, I guess, that's fairly large in Texas.
Don't they have like a big bridge there where they live under the bridge?
They do. Yeah, there's like hundreds of thousands of them that live under there. And then there's a cave not far from any of that where millions of them live there. So yeah, lots of bats in that area. They've had it happen so much that their mascot, which I want to say is based off of Wile E. Coyote. He's like a coyote-looking character. He has a giant fishnet that he will run around with when a bat gets in the building and will like catch the bat. The mascot is trained on bat recovery. So it happens enough that Manu Ginobili has been in the building more than once for this to occur. It happened once when he was a player, and then once he was a random fan. And they started showing him on the big screen like, hey, you helped out the last time. Can you help out this time? So they have this happen a decent amount. They needed all that in Chicago, apparently. But again, it's on ice. So if the bat came low enough to get it, I don't know how you're getting on the ice to do that.
Yesterday was signing day. How did the Buckeyes stack up against the rest of the conference? We'll talk about it. Coming up next, Common Man and T-Bone on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You can expect some slowdown due to an accident if you're on South High Street, south of Williams Road. And we also have an accident that's causing some delay on Sullivan Avenue at Georgesville Road. This report is sponsored by Wendy's 2 faves for just $7. Right now at Wendy's, you can get 2 of these favorite items for just $7. Choose from their spicy or classic chicken sandwich, Dave's single, or 10-piece nugs. 2 fave items for $7. Gotta be Wendy's. Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Terms apply. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit primesportsbook.com and use promo code JUSTSPORTS for a welcome bonus of up to $100.
Men, this is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. The one you love is the light of your life. And if you're like most of us, you want to do whatever you can to nurture your relationship. But if you're suffering with erectile dysfunction, you know the impacts the condition is likely having on you and your partner. ED is a relationship destroyer. It can contribute to depression, distancing, conflicts, and even breakups and divorce. And what's so disturbing about this is that most men who suffer with ED can be successfully treated, but a lot of guys don't seek treatment when they should. At Tri-State Men's Health, we have protocols that are effective in well over 90% of cases. In fact, if you're like most guys, you could be having great sex within a day or two of your first appointment, and maybe find you're performing like you haven't in a long time. So call Tri-State Men's Health today. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the tri-state area to serve you.
You hear that? That's the sound of the new Tim Hortons pairings calling your name. Whether rushing to the car or grabbing a quick bite on your way to work, Tim's has a breakfast deal designed for your busy life. Choose from a warm small cup of coffee with our savory omelet bites or creamy avocado toast for just $4. Or grab a hearty grilled breakfast wrap with coffee for just $5. A delicious pairing at your convenience to tackle the day. At participating U.S. restaurants, excludes grilled breakfast wrap with beef. Terms apply.
Giant Eagle is making it easy to surround yourself with savings with new low prices on hundreds of your favorite produce items like pineapples, avocados, navel oranges, and lettuce at your neighborhood Giant Eagle.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. I want to tell you about my new obsession, Daisy French Onion Dip. One of my guilty pleasures during football season is eating dip with chips and wings and even veggies while watching the big game. And now Daisy came out with Daisy French Onion Dip and Daisy Ranch Dip. These are a game changer. As good as homemade dip, and they've got real herbs and spices. Ingredients you'd find right in your own kitchen. Next time you're watching a big game, before you do, stop at the store and grab these new Daisy French Onion or Daisy Ranch dips.
Big game party? Save big with Hothead Burritos Super Online Catering Discount. Bowls, burritos, tacos. Your guests will have a blast creating their own with choices for groups of 10 or more. Plan your menu now for Sunday's game at hotheadburritos.com.
Only one football game left this season makes me sad. But watching that last game at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus makes me very happy. Scotty Vegas, and we're throwing a super watch party for the big game February 9th. Reserve your table at HollywoodColumbus.com. Come early for a live sports betting show at 5. Stay for the game with prizes and prop contests. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 21 years or older to enter. See you at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook for a Super Sunday.
Here's a quick listening guide. When something's on the fan, it's on the station you're listening to right now. If I say something's on ESPN Columbus, it's on 1460 AM and the Fan's HD2. When in doubt, stream it on the Fan app. Thank you and good night.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is, fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Time now to check in on that weather report. Today, looking at some sunshine this afternoon, high 47. Partly cloudy tonight, low 28. Sunshine on your Friday, high 37. A rain-snow mix expected by Saturday afternoon. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with your 10 weather impact forecast on 97.1 The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
We did the math. Common Man has hosted over 5,000 shows on The Fan. 3 of them have been halfway decent. Here's Man and Bone.
Now, Teddy.
Yeah.
We've only done one segment of the show, so maybe it's hard to judge, but I have a verdict for today, and this ain't one of them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, Fish told me, he said maybe today's the day.
No.
What Fish said was, hey, go make today one of them. And I said, you can't say that. He's like, well, who else is going to make it one of them? And I said, it has to happen. Like, it just has to be.
Organically, kind of.
We do our best every day, right? You can do your best at a job. I do the best I'm capable of every day. I do the best. Well, I don't speak for you two. I do my best every day. Wow. I may suck.
When did Adnan Burke get here?
Wow.
By the way, did you see that Rothman had Paige Spiranak?
What's her name?
Spearman. Hooters McGee.
That's why we're not getting her.
Paige,
you can't say her name.
Spiranak.
Yeah,
on.
I did see that. That's great.
Yeah, but it was pre-recorded though, so it wasn't on our fan TV.
It wasn't, but you know what? They got pictures with her, so that's great. And
so that's a hell of a chest you got there. Yeah.
Is that how he starts off? You think he led with that?
Hey man, she's proud of herself.
I know,
right? She puts herself out there. She knows what breads the butter. Breads the butter.
Breads the butter. Breads the butter. Bob Kabache here for Breads the Butter. Good job.
Hey, Teddy, this ain't one of them. Hey, it's Would You Rather Day. If you're saying Would You Rather's back, well, it's back for today.
It's temporarily back for today,
we
so
decided
enjoy.
to bring it back. Here's one from the YouTube chat from Roger.
Okay.
Would you rather Ohio State win a national championship in basketball or be able to go to a concert every month of a band or artist, dead or alive, of your choice? Now, I don't want to leave the house ever. So for me, this is an easy one. Give me the basketball championship. But Bone.
How are you reading that? Is that I'm locked in on one band forever, but I can go see them every month? Or it's any band, anytime.
You can choose. You're there.
I can conjure up whoever I want to go play. If I want to see the Beatles as constructed in the 60s.
You're not going to see the Beatles. You're going to see Ronnie James Dio. I know you are.
Well, but it's every month. I can do it again.
That's true.
So I'm saying, I'm going to start out with my favorites, but then I'm going to work my way through rock history and through some of the other.
The Ed Sullivan Theater. Was it the Elvis? Was that where the Beatles went in 1963?
Yeah.
I think so.
I think you're right. That was where they broke through. Absolutely.
The screaming horde of young women, and then and you go back in time, so you're dressed like you.
Yeah, I just show up in a Carhartt shirt and jeans and running shoes. I'm like, hey, how's it going?
How you doing, Blanche? I'm from the future.
They're like, what is this guy dressed as?
They must make them large in the future.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
they
do.
They don't have seats that fit me in that theater, I'll tell you that.
Fanny Arbuckle looks anorexic compared to you.
Yeah, I'm picking the concerts just because.
You're not taking Buckeye basketball national championship?
I'd like to believe that's in the realm of reality at some point in the future.
I'd like to believe that you're wrong.
You don't think the Buckeyes will ever win a national championship in our lifetime? I'm saying I would like to believe that will happen. I know the other thing is impossible. So I'm taking the thing that's impossible so I can have that.
You know who else is having this discussion or had it at one point?
Who's that?
Somebody in the 70s had this discussion. They're in the nursing home now. It's like, you don't think the Buckeyes are going to win a title in our lifetime? The answer is no.
Wow.
For a lot of people, the answer is no.
You hear how someone's hating on Jake Diebler?
I'm not hating on Jake Diebler.
I'm all in. I think we can get it done.
I'm taking the guaranteed thing. That's all.
I'm taking the guaranteed thing, too.
All right.
This one comes from Cole. He says, in honor of Ryan Day's contract extension, would you rather Ryan Day coach Ohio State forever until he retires or never again?
I'm still in honeymoon time.
Yeah.
I'll take it forever.
Well, let's say
however long he wants to coach.
Let's say forever is 25 years.
That's all right. Sign me up.
Really?
Yep. Just won the title.
Just won the title. But, again, you don't know what the future's going to hold.
I'm sorry you're hating on Ryan Day. I'm here for you, Coach.
Yeah,
you got a new he just won the championship.
That's a good would you rather, though, because it's not about Ryan Day. It's just about the time involved in forever. Like for the rest of the time he wants to coach. That could be a very long time. But I'll sign up for it. I'll go with you.
Come on.
Blink of an eye.
All right, recruiting yesterday. Yesterday was signing day, one of them. So here's how the classes shook up in this conference. Ohio State finishes number 1 in the Big Ten. This is courtesy of 24/7 Sports. 26 total commits in the class. They had 5 3-star guys, 18 4-star guys, and 3 5-star guys. Oregon was close behind on total points at number 2. And you can even make a case that maybe the class was a little bit better because they had only 20 commits, and yet they were pretty close on points. Now, they also had 3 5-stars at Oregon, 16 4-stars, and 1 3-star guy. So Oregon, very good class. Michigan comes in at number 3. They had 24 commits in the class, 2 5-star, 15 4-star, 7 3-star. USC is number 4. They get themselves 1 5-star, 11 4-star. And I think that's the only other team to have a 5-star. Yeah, because Penn State doesn't have a 5-star. None for Washington. The rest goes like this. Penn State, Nebraska, Washington, Maryland, Wisconsin, Rutgers, Iowa, Illinois, UCLA, Indiana, Minnesota, Michigan State. Michigan State. Listen, Michigan State had a recruiting class where they finished 16th in this conference. Now, just a reminder, because sometimes I forget, there's 18 teams in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
They finished 16th. How many 4-star guys did they get in their recruiting class? 4-star guys.
Oh, I mean, I would hope.
Obviously, there's no 5-star guys. But how many 4-star guys?
I mean, I would hope they got 7 or 8.
1.
Golly.
Michigan State.
If I'm Michigan State, that's embarrassing.
You're down there with Northwestern at 17 and Purdue, dead last.
Good Lord.
With only 14 commits in the entire class for Purdue.
Remember when it was just not even a thought that you would say, I know this is before the conference expanded, but you would say the top teams in the Big Ten, like Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, Michigan State would be them, Wisconsin, or Iowa were like the 3 you do right after those first 3. And now that's not even a conversation.
Yeah, they're not a program that's going to contend for a championship every single year, but I think bare minimum, if you're a Michigan State fan, I think they expect to be in the top 10 of the Big Ten recruiting class.
Especially
if it sits now with 18 teams.
Yeah. And I'm saying, where's Iowa in that class?
Iowa's down there too. They're 11th.
Well, all right, but they're close to the top 10 at least. I'll give them that. And Iowa does a good job. Whoever goes there, they end up turning a lot of those guys into NFL talent, whether that's because they just recruit extremely well with guys that don't have big numbers and stars next to their name, or because once they get there, they turn guys who really aren't that good into great players. Either way, I'll give Iowa the benefit of the doubt. But what can you say about Sparty the last few years? There's nothing that they've done that shows you they've got any chance of turning that anytime soon.
We are dusting off Would You Rather. You can get in touch with us at Man and Bone 971 on Twitter. Text the burner phone 614-787-3093 or hop in the YouTube chat. Give me another one, Boner.
This one comes from Harry, who says, would you rather be on Radio Row at the Super Bowl?
No.
Or be VIP guest for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction concert?
Oh, no, I'll take that.
Yeah, I don't know who's in it, but sure, sign me up. I don't care.
I'd rather be dead than be on Radio Row at the Super Bowl. That is not my scene, man. Just a bunch of desperate dogs walking around, looking to make eye contact with you. Please, can I come on?
I'm surprised you wouldn't want to do that, only because...
Why?
Because what's your favorite thing to do? Hey,
not
Mike,
talk to people?
No, your favorite thing is to look at someone when they go, hey, Mike, we're all getting together for a happy hour. You want to come? You're like, hey, thanks for considering me. I already have plans. Like that, to be able to look at, like, I don't know, Brian Dawkins walks up and is like, how's it going? You guys, and be like, you know what? We're booked up. Sorry. Thank you, though. Great player. Big fan of yours.
So we just reject everybody.
You reject everyone.
I see.
You don't, like, you go, and I can see you wanting to just say, we're here, we're interviewing no one. We're just sitting at Radio Row doing our show, and we tell everyone to go to hell for like 3 hours straight. You could be Dan Marino walking. Hey, Dan Marino. Sorry, Dan.
I wish we could, Dan.
Yeah, we got Paige Spiranak coming up next. Sorry.
We got
She's booked for the whole hour.
The Jugs machine is here. We can't.
Right. I'm just saying.
You know what? That's an underrated aspect.
I thought you would love that.
I would like that, actually. Because we don't actually have to talk to people.
No, I wouldn't want to talk to people either. But you could be the one who gets to tell them no thanks.
The NFLPA is full of crap. I'll tell you why coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should watch for a disabled vehicle that's on the right shoulder of eastbound 70 on the west side between Mount Street and 315. Crews are on scene there causing delay. And we've got some more slowdown due to an accident on South High Street, south of Williams Road. This report is sponsored by Audible. And if you're stuck in traffic, why not tap into your well-being with Audible audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. Spend some time with expert insight on better health, relationships, finance, and more. Start listening free with a 30-day trial at audible.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit primesportsbook.com and use promo code JUSTSPORTS for a welcome bonus of up to $100.
For 100 years, our passion at Atlas Butler has been helping people. From those who have relied on us for years to those who call us for the first time. For our team, their families, and our community, Atlas Butler is here to keep Central Ohio safe and comfortable with trusted, convenient service. Call today, get it fixed today. That's our pledge to you.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
At NJM Insurance, we're like a symphony. It all starts by doing the right thing. Add in dedicated reps and put policyholders first. But no jingles or mascots because it's just not us. Insurance underwritten by NJM Insurance Company and its subsidiaries.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from classic 3-cheese, pepperoni, or extreme meat pizza. Save big with the $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 3/4/25. See app for full terms.
No matter where you are, Coughlin is there, in store or online. CoughlinCars.com. 13 new car brands, over 1,000 pre-owned vehicles, 16 convenient locations for sales, service, and parts, plus 4 state-of-the-art collision centers. CoughlinCars.com. Shop locally owned, CoughlinCars.com. Coughlin has the car for you.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Does excessive amounts of Prozac make your sack droop down to your knees? Asking for a friend. My friend's name is Mike. Back to Droopy Sack and T-Bone.
Droopy Sack and T-Bone brought to you by the Hinderer Motor Company. We have dusted off Would You Rather for today. Get in touch with us. 102-year-old Bears owner Virginia McCaskey has died.
Oh.
So our condolences go to her family. Look, 102 years old, right? That's
Sure.
that's a hell of... I'll sign up for that.
Right.
Actually, you know what? I won't. That's too long.
You know, well, I don't. Yeah, that's a would you rather. Like, would you rather? Let's say the option is 70 or 102.
Are you going to give me some health guarantees?
No, I'm saying you're. Well, let's say you're cognizant, aware, functional, like in the sense that you don't have Alzheimer's, you don't have anything where you're like on some kind of machine, but like if you have arthritis, it gets worse.
Come on, of course. The main thing for me is do I have my mental faculties, which you can make a case I don't have now.
So you'd sign up for 102 as long as it's just like aches and pains and stuff like that.
Oh, that's fine. I got that now.
Well, that's what. So I was having this conversation with my mom earlier today because she had mentioned, how long it's been since my grandfather died when I was in high school, which was 25 years ago almost. So he died at, I think, the age of 68. So this is what boggled my mind when we were having this discussion today. My grandmother, my dad's mom, just passed away this summer at the age of 99 and like 350 days.
Doesn't get credit for it.
Nope, she doesn't.
Nope.
Betty White, sorry.
No, her and Betty White can go to hell.
But Mildred made it
maybe
to...
your grandmother shouldn't go to hell. I'm sorry to say that.
Thanks, that's fine. Thank you for clarifying.
You know what I mean.
Well, Mildred made it to just about 100, but made it to 99, almost 100. And she was born, obviously, she made it to 100 last year, almost. 1924 is when she was born. My grandfather was born in 1932.
Oh, she was a cougar.
Well, these were different sides. They knew each other, but they were no. This, what I'm saying is, my mom's dad passed away around in the year 2001. So it's been like 25 years since he's been around. My mom was talking today how she almost at times struggles to remember exactly what his voice sounded like. Okay, we're having this discussion, and I realized my grandfather would not have turned 100 for 7 more years from today. He'll have been gone for over 30 years.
This is your roundabout way of saying 102 is a long time.
It is such a long time. Like, I can't fathom how long, like the stuff you've seen. Because he died as he wasn't a young guy. He was an older guy. He had issues. He passed away. And yet he still isn't at 100, even all this time later. I can't fathom what it's like to live to 100. I might actually choose 70. I might just say, let's get it done.
Here's how old Virginia McCaskey was. I mean, I said she was 102, but I think most Bears fans, I'm one of them. You say, 85, right? That 85 team.
Yeah.
The only time they've won the Super Bowl, 85. Most Bear fans say, yep, just saw that one.
Mm-hmm.
Virginia McCaskey saw 8 Bears championships.
Right.
They were all pre-Super Bowl except for 85. But she was alive for all of them except for one, which was 1921.
Well, you know what else I just realized is we lost someone who also has a recollection of all the Browns championships that they won pre-Super Bowl. Because she would have remembered those too.
She forgot that.
She's one of the people who was alive who could say, the Browns, they were championship organization way back when. She would have remembered that.
What do you think she died of? What was it?
Old.
Yeah, that.
Old. Ben Johnson killed her, new Bears head coach. Look, I've had my problems with my football team and ownership. Here's the reality. She seemed like a sweet lady, right? She was the daughter of George Halas. She clearly cared deeply about this football team. Up until a couple of years ago, she would travel to every single game, go to the away games. She was a very private person. She's only guilty of trusting her dumb children, which we all would be guilty of that, right?
Right.
I mean, if her kids come to her and say, Mom, I think I know how to run this organization. Okay, Michael, go ahead and, okay, Georgie, you go run it. I trust you. She was a nice old lady who would keep coaches around too long because they went to the same church as her.
Yeah, that's, again, bad to do when it's just like you're hiring for a football team when it comes to strangers. But I don't totally blame someone for looking at their family and saying, I have a soft spot for them to be able to run this organization, keeping it a quote unquote family business. Like, I understand why. We also know that's not a good thing, typically, right?
No, but we understand why she did it.
We understand why. Because, again, if she ran a bakery, no one would have a problem with this. Because you don't root for a bakery.
The bakery wouldn't have still existed because all the cakes would have sucked. They would have gone out of business a long time ago. The Bears keep playing football.
What's this cake made out of? Arsenic. And you're like, okay, I don't think that's a good ingredient.
See, isn't that stupid, though, when you break it down? Is eventually, like, you get one bad cake at a bakery, you're probably not going back.
Well, what's it for?
It's a big event. It's a birthday.
Yeah, right. Then you're not going back.
They screwed you over on a cake.
But if it's your just weekly for fun having cake, like I have every week, my giant sheet cake that I get on Fridays. Sometimes you screw that up. What are you going to say?
No, but what I'm saying is, you go there, they give you a bad cake. You ordered strawberry cake. They gave you arsenic. I don't know.
Yeah, rhubarb.
Sure.
Still probably good, but
rhubarb a little tart.
Okay, whatever.
Anyway, you'd say, I'm never going back to that place again. That place gave me a bad cake. They've been serving us bad cakes every week for our entire lives. The Chicago Bears, we keep going back to that dumb bakery because we're stupid.
Partially that, but there's a different reason that you go back to that bakery, the Bears bakery, every year.
Why?
And that's because if you're like, you know what? I'm going across the street to go to I'm going to go to the Dallas Cowboys bakery. Everyone in your family and circle of friends is like, oh, you're going to leave the bakery? And they scream at you because how dare you quit on this bakery?
And you say, yeah, I'm going to leave the bakery. Remember the last time they sold us a cake with a poo log in it?
Right.
Why?
But I'm saying you and I perpetuate that because we have been the ones saying you can't just switch teams willy-nilly.
Here's what I've decided. We're wrong.
I agree with you.
We're wrong. We have contributed to this horrible society where we feel like we're tied to these bad organizations. Let's treat them like bakeries and leave.
Do you know the sport I have the most fun following? The most fun, by far, no questions asked. It's the NBA. You know why?
Because you're not loyal to a bakery.
I don't have a single
you like the Cavs.
I want the Cavs
you
to do
don't
well.
live and die with the Cavs.
No, if the Cavs have 3 years where they are like 10-win Cavs, then I'll keep an eye. I hope they do well. I'll check on their draft picks, but I'm not watching night in, night out because I didn't grow up a Cavs fan. I go where the fun is. I enjoy myself. I don't get too locked in. And by the way, if the Cavs are good, I will wear a Believe Land shirt. I will put on any Cavs gear and have fun with it. I think the Cavs are a great organization. But if they have 3 or 4 years of crap, then I'm not going to sit there and suffer. I'll go enjoy other stuff. But that, to me, is my most fun league because I haven't saddled myself with a team. And I think that proves this theory right.
All right, the NFLPA, their executive director is Lloyd Howell Jr. He, of course, is speaking at the Super Bowl because they all do. Roger Goodell has been talking about how an 18-game schedule is all but certain at some point. I think we all believe that, too. But Lloyd Howell Jr. says no. He says, frankly, we're not sure how he's reaching that conclusion based on the data we've been access to. No one wants to play an 18th game. No one. 17 games is already, for many of the guys, too long. 17 games is also so lengthy that you're still dealing with injuries going into the next season. So there are a variety of issues that hang off the length of the season before any formal negotiations. We heard all of this same crap from the NFLPA. Just digging in their heels. Absolutely not. We will not sign up for a 17th game. All of this, we always hear this. We're not agreeing to a franchise tag this time, and you can print it.
Right.
And then guess what happens? The NFL comes and says, hey, our new TV deal's worth $19 trillion.
Right, yeah.
We're going to cut you this percentage. The catch is 18 games, but more money. And we let you smoke all the weed you want. Then all of a sudden, the NFLPA says, yes. But then they complain about the next thing.
It's almost like it's a negotiation or something. It's almost like they're starting off at a point where it's like, absolutely not. So the NFL goes, all right, fine. Because the owners don't want to give up any money. If they just said, yeah, 18 games is awesome, we love it, they're never going to give you the cash you want. They're never going to give you the things you want. You're right that all the things they're saying are true. Injuries are a problem. You're going to have that. I would not be surprised if the NFL comes back and says, great, expand the roster to 60 players. NFLPA, that would be a thing you could do if you really want to say, we need to get something out of this negotiation. Great, then you need to ask them to expand the rosters. That should be a win for you. And it should be easy if the NFL is going to add, how much are they getting for one more week of the season? 16 more games. The one game they had on Christmas Day was worth $1 billion to Amazon.
Was it $1 billion?
Or whatever. It was millions of dollars, wasn't it?
Of course it was millions.
I don't know how many.
I don't think it was
100 million? Something like that. The point is, if you add a whole week of the season, you're going to add in billions to the TV deal. So the players should be able to say, yeah, every team gets a few more players. So we have bigger rosters. Guys have a longer career. You have more chances to make a dent in the NFL roster. That would be an easy, if I'm the NFLPA guy there, that's my first thing I'm telling my guys is we're saying no unless they expand the roster by a lot.
Yeah, but the current guys who are in the game are going to say, wait a minute, if I have to play 18 games, I don't want to spread my money out. I want to make as much money as possible. I don't want to expand the rosters.
I don't know no, like the Drew Breeses that usually run the PA, they wouldn't want that because they don't care about being on the end of a roster. But
that's what I mean.
The bottom half of the NFL should care about that because that's how you stay in the league. If everyone has 6 more roster spots, that would be the sell I would be doing. I wouldn't be going to the leadership and be like, hey, all you star quarterbacks and star wide receivers and 10-year left tackles, what do you think of this? I would be going to all the rank and file guys who are like, hey, is this your third year? Could be your last. You might want to vote for this so you can have a chance to stay in the league a few more years.
We're going to talk about some dumb criminals that broke into Joe Burrow's house coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at a couple-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. And we have slower traffic on northbound 71 on the south side between Greenlawn Avenue and 315. This report is sponsored by AEP Ohio. Falling behind on your electric bill? At AEP Ohio, they're here to help you. If you need more time, want to set up a payment plan, or prefer more predictable average payments, they have you covered. Visit aepohio.com/billhelp today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hi, I'm Bob Capace for Worthington Jewelers. Valentine's Day is upon us. Don't be a loser and forget again this year. Here at Worthington Jewelers, my store, I'm Bob Capace. We're giving you 35% off 14-karat gold and diamond jewelry. And how about 20% off sterling silver jewelry? We have something for every budget. Shop local and ask for me. Bob Capace. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington, worthingtonjewelers.com.
You know that thing you've always been too scared to go for? It seems like you'll never have the guts. Then a cancer diagnosis. And doing that thing becomes way less scary. I would know. I've always wanted a black belt. And today, the only thing standing in my way is a few wooden boards. It's been a lot of hard work and 5 years since I beat cancer at Ohio Health. Bring it on. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more.
Hey, it's Anthony. I got to tell you, when you don't have the support you need, it affects everything. Feet, knees, hips, back, even your mood. I finally went to the Good Feet store, and once I was personally fitted for my arch supports, I felt a ton better. I will never wear another pair of shoes again without sliding in my personally fit Good Feet arch supports. That's because they help me eliminate my foot pain. It's such a good feeling knowing that I can be on my feet and not worrying about I'm going to wake up with low back pain or feel a weakness somewhere. I trust the Good Feet store because for more than 30 years, they've helped thousands of people just like me get back to feeling comfort on a daily basis. They take pleasure in that. And it's their personal 3-step system designed to support, balance, and strengthen your feet that guides them into their ideal position. I'm the proof. I wear them every day, even when I'm biking at the gym. So go in, take the free test walk at the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway and on Stringtown Road in Grove City or goodfeet.com.
Hey, Bobby Carpenter here from Carpenter Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric, announcing our $99 home preventive maintenance checkup. It's getting cold out there. Carpenter and Bryant will do whatever it takes to get you ready for the winter months. Check out Carpenter Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric at carpentercolumbus.com.
At NJAM Insurance, we like to think of ourselves as a symphony. We start with a foundation of doing the right thing. Then we layer in dedicated reps, whose priority is you. Add in excellent discount programs. And last, but certainly not least, we put our policyholders first. And the reason we don't use jingles or mascots is because it's just not us. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM. Insurance underwritten by NJM Insurance Company and its subsidiaries.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
Bishop and Friends.
No, I'm in Chattanooga.
Oh, I just guessed that. I didn't know that. So you went as far as Chattanooga. Corporal May is right on the doorstep.
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Seller.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan.
When was the last time you had your plumbing inspected? Small issues such as tiny leaks or old water heaters can quickly turn into big problems if they're not caught early. Take action with Logan Services and schedule a free winter plumbing safety inspection to help keep your home running smoothly. Schedule your free inspection now and experience the fast, friendly service you've come to expect from Logan Services.
The New Year's celebration is come and gone, but my friends at Germain Honda of Dublin are still offering those great deals. Rich is sticking with rates starting as low as 0% and leases starting from only $249 a month. Test drive the Prologue, the new all-electric SUV from Honda. And how about the very popular CR-V LX all-wheel drive? A 25 lease is only $349 a month for 36 months with $19.99 down. See the dealer for all these amazing details. Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road, just south of 270.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. If Biggie Size was a radio show, this would be it. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
You know what I'm doing tonight?
What are you doing tonight?
Well, I got basketball on TV. I got hockey on TV. I'm going to do a little flipping. Crack myself open. At least one ice-cold Coors Light.
Oh, there you go.
Let me tell you something. The best beer I ever had was a Coors. I was in the outskirts of Denver. They served it to me, and they got it straight from the brewery. It had the ice chips in it. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah?
You, too, can achieve a little bit of this. You got to put it in the freezer. Not too long because the can's going to explode, but just long enough for it to get super-duper cold. And even if that can explodes, it's all right.
Common
as long
Man
as it
here
explodes in your
for
mouth.
freezer bombs.
That's right. So do what I do tonight. Watch a little basketball, watch a little hockey, and almost make your beer explode with an ice-cold Coors Light. 21 means 21. Please drink responsibly.
By the way, I'm going out to Colorado this summer, and I
get yourself a Coors, baby.
Well, I plan to stop in Golden. I didn't do it the last time I was out there, but I have never been to check out the brewery. So
hopefully it doesn't rain while you're there. You know what they call that, don't you?
They call that a day off in Marysville, buddy. They call that
the golden shower.
Oh, that.
That's what I was going with.
I thought it was the Devils beating his wife.
Oh, there's that.
No. That's when the sun is shining and it's still raining.
And only if apparently you live in a certain part of Arkansas.
Right.
Like,
Devil's beating his wife.
That was a story we had years ago where they said, like, do you call this a water fountain or a bubbler? And it was like the rest of the country said water fountain, but apparently in like Wisconsin, they call it a bubbler. Well, in one part of Arkansas, they said, what is the term for when it's raining but it's sunny out? The rest of the country said, I have no word for this. And then Arkansas, it was the devil's beating his wife.
Or like sun shower or something.
I've never even heard that.
Well, whatever.
It's raining.
All right.
And the sun's out. Nice.
What did I tease?
I don't know.
Oh, more men have been arrested for the break-in at Joe Burrow's house. Here's a little tip. So they caught these men, and they said, hey, we have a lead on you that you broke into Joe Burrow's house and stole his stuff.
They're probably their lawyers like, what do you got on
Yeah,
my
what do
client?
you
What
got?
do you think you got?
Well, when they take them, they take their cell phones, and they all took pictures of themselves wearing Joe Burrow's things. Like he's got like a little diamond pendant, number 9 amulet. It's like, well,
you can't prove that's his. What if I just got a dupe off of Temu? You don't know.
Right. They also took pictures of all his stuff that they had and them wearing it, acting all excited that they had it. So more people going to jail.
Yeah, maybe don't do that. I mean, number one, don't steal. Number two, don't take pictures
of yourself.
Of the theft that you're doing.
Major League Baseball, spring training will be upon us shortly. Rob Manfred is talking, and I don't know why he does, because every time he talks, I just want to punch his throat. So he's saying that fans, they're concerned about a lack of a salary cap in Major League Baseball. This is an issue we need to be vigilant on, he says. We need to pay attention to it, need to determine whether there are things that can be done to allay those kinds of concerns, and make sure we have a competitive and healthy game going forward. Now, look, we've talked about a salary cap in baseball for a long time. I didn't think I'd ever live to see the day, and maybe I won't. But is this the issue? The salary cap? Or is it the fact that you have ownership groups in Major League Baseball that refuse to spend money because they don't have to? The issue for me is the lack of a salary floor. That's the issue.
Right. Oh, I know, but the argument from the poor billionaires. I guess I'll call them that because they're all billionaires, by the way.
No such thing, Bone.
No, exactly right. But some of that's the thing that gets me all the time with the Guardians fans. I understand if you're saying we know the Dolans won't spend money. We appreciate what our front office has done with those limited funds. Fine. But if you're saying, well, the Dolans don't make enough from the TV contract, what are they supposed to do? They're billionaires. Their club is worth at least $3, $4, $5 billion. Spend money on your roster. That's what you're supposed to do. That is the thing you signed up for. That is where I have a problem. But what maybe they should do with some of all these poor billionaires, what they will say is, well, now that I know the Dodgers can't spend $400 million on their payroll or whatever in a year, now I feel like I can compete. So now I will spend. That's their argument, is that the poor billionaires will show up now and say, well,
that's wrong.
Now we'll add money. They won't.
That's wrong.
They won't.
They won't. I'm tired of hearing about how some of these owners are cash poor and all their cash is in the team. That's a bunch of BS. Rich people at that level can borrow money at virtually 0% interest.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
We're talking about, who's going to buy TikTok? Who's going to, Mr. Beast has got a lot of money. Look, he's out of my demographic. All right? Mr. Beast is not showing up to buy TikTok with a check from his own bank. No. Mr. Beast is getting funded because he's Mr. Beast. All right? If the Dolans want to go out and sign someone to a $300 million contract, they're not writing it out of their own checkbook.
No.
They're getting that money from elsewhere. It's not about that.
No, the answer is they don't want any risk.
That's the problem, though.
They don't want to assume risk. They don't want to assume that they would have to pay back a loan like that. And quite honestly, I'm not even convinced they have to take out that type of a loan to fund the team in a way.
No, they don't. But
especially, man, this Guardians team was on the cusp of getting to a World Series last year. I know they had their weaknesses in their roster, and you can say, well, maybe they just had a really good run, but they weren't really structurally built for that. That's not a thing you should expect every year. Fine. They were that close. And it was evident before the deadline that they were going to be close, right? We knew they were a great team last year. They did a little bit to add to their roster. They did what the Guardians typically do. They made a few moves. They tried to do a few things. This is the type of team that should have gone in and taken risks, taken a big swing and added some real power to that lineup, added a couple pitchers that you needed, and really tried to go for it. Instead, they did minimal things to try to make sure they were as good as they could without taking on any real big contracts or any real risk, because the ownership cries poor every chance they get. They point to their TV contract to say, we don't make enough money. You're the Dolan family. You're worth billions. Shut up and spend your money. Open your pocketbook and let's go.
If you want to do a salary cap, it needs to exist with a salary floor.
I agree with you.
It doesn't exist any other way. And to show you how tone deaf Rob Manfred, Major League Baseball is, I just saw this. Major League Baseball owners have elevated A's owner John Fisher to their executive committee.
Oh, my God.
This is a guy.
Are you kidding me?
No, right here. Of course they have. Look, he may be, for some reason, the most respected guy in the owner's room. I have no idea why, right?
There's no reason for him to be. But sure,
he's moved his team into a minor league ballpark in Sacramento. He disrupted all of this crap. He needed the other owners to essentially bail him out to approve this move to Vegas. Mm-hmm. And so he is, public enemy number one, at least for now. Let's name him to the executive committee.
Well, yeah. Remember that with the situation in Oakland, there's some blame certainly with Oakland, but everybody said that with John Fisher, the goal was not for him to find some funding and get the stadium upgraded and all that. No, he wanted to be in a part of essentially, I don't think he even wanted to be in Oakland, right? I think he wanted to be closer to San Francisco, whatever. But wherever he wanted to put the team, it was in a spot where every developer in the Bay Area was like, there's no shot in hell they're going to let you have the amount of real estate that he wanted for basically free, or for the rich guy equivalent of free, right? They would have done tax breaks and all this other stuff that other developers would have had to pay. There was not a chance in hell. So he put out there essentially like you or I saying, yeah, unless McDonald's puts a golden arches in my backyard, I'm going to have to move. No, that's not happening. You knew it wasn't happening from the beginning, and then he cried and said, oh, no, Oakland won't help me. Yeah, no one wanted to help you because you were a loser and an idiot. Now you put that guy on the executive committee for Major League Baseball? Good luck with that.
He's a beacon of what all owners should be. The NFL is big on testing balls. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to notice that traffic is slow on eastbound 70 on the east side between Hamilton Road and 270. And you're also going to hit slow traffic on southbound 315 between King Avenue and 670. This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care Plus. Come into your local AAA Car Care Plus and save $90 on select sets of 4 Continental tires. Only at AAA Car Care Plus locations. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer ends February 15th. See store for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local. Drink High Bank.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Aaron, look what I invented.
Jerry, you're wearing a cape.
Get Eco.
ECO.
What is it that you promise our customers, Aaron?
We come through for you when you need us to.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Do you know who does that, Aaron?
We do?
Superheroes do that, Aaron. Superheroes!
I'm guessing you make capes for everyone?
That's right. Every plumber, electrician, and HVAC technician. But I'm not done, Aaron. I'm not done.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Now I'm inventing jetpacks so we can fly to the rescue like proper superheroes. Now say your line again.
We come through for you when you need us to?
No, say it like this. We come through for you when you need us to.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Jerry.
Yeah, Aaron?
How about we put those capes in the closet until you get the jetpacks perfected?
We'll look right when we take flight.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Eco. Plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians. GetEco.com.
Giant Eagle is making it easy to surround yourself with the sound of freshness, the sound of sizzle, the sound of savings. With new low prices on hundreds of your favorite produce items, deals for days on over 1,000 items throughout the store, plus weekly sales and My Perks for even more savings at the pump. Surround yourself with savings every time you shop. At your neighborhood Giant Eagle. Visit gianteagle.com for details.
I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. For over 3 decades, Cordell & Cordell has been on the front lines of family law. Divorce is more than just a legal process. It's a life-changing event that can impact your future, finances, and your relationship with your children. You've worked hard to build a life that you're proud of, and you deserve a legal partner who will work just as hard to protect it.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
How'd you like to wipe out all that credit card debt to start the new year off right? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Stop getting fleeced by the credit card companies. If you own your home, go to AFLcash.com now. Advantage First Lending can help you unlock that equity and get you tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's AFLcash.com. You can pay off all your credit cards and other high-interest debt super fast. Consolidate all your bills into one low monthly payment. AFLcash.com can help you tap into your home's equity to give you some serious cash so you can go into 2025 with less stress and more confidence. Get the cash you need from Advantage First Lending now. Most homeowners don't even need an appraisal. How great is that? Get on solid financial footing. Go to AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. 844-394-CASH.
Equal Housing Lender. NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Beds are us. When dreams don't come in, beds are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 380-225-BATH.
Beds are us. When dreams don't come in, beds are us.
Only one football game left this season makes me sad. But watching that last game at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus makes me very happy. Scotty Vegas, and we're throwing a super watch party for the big game February 9th. Reserve your table at HollywoodColumbus.com. Come early for a live sports betting show at 5. Stay for the game with prizes and prop contests. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 21 years or older to enter. See you at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook for a Super Sunday.
Back in the studio with a return visit from
Todd Schmelt.
Todd, the last time you were with us, you claimed to be
the dumbest person in Columbus.
You're being really hard on yourself.
Not in the least. You know what I got?
I hate to ask.
One of them thermostats with the dial and the needle. Woo, woo, woo.
Maybe that's not modern, but not...
What am I? Eli Whitney, Elias Howe, Johann Gertis?
I don't know who those people are.
Those are old-timey people from the 19th century, and that's me. Outdated, like my silly old thermostat.
Okay, look, you're not the dumbest guy in Columbus. You just haven't called Apex Pros.
The pros who knows?
Those guys. Whether it's the latest technology, fixing your furnace, or a brand new system, they know all the stuff so you don't have to.
I don't have to know it all?
Nah, you just have to know the pros who knows.
Apex Pros. I'm not the dumbest guy in Columbus.
I didn't even know who Johann Gertis was.
Inventor of the gas-powered unicycle. Look it up, doy.
Okay, you don't have to be mean.
No doubt about it, Columbus loves Apex Pros, the pros who knows. ApexPros.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Buddy Wells. We'll start off with college basketball. Tonight, the Ohio State men are at home to host the 18th-ranked Maryland Terrapins. It's the second meeting this season between the two teams. Maryland won the first matchup in College Park back in December, 83-59. So the Buckeyes will be looking for some payback tonight. Tip-off is at 7. Coverage gets started at 6 o'clock right here on The Fan. And hockey, the Blue Jackets are back at home following their 4-game road trip. The CBJ will begin a 4-game homestand tonight as they host the Utah Hockey Club. Face-off at Nationwide Arena is at 7. And in college football, the Ohio State coaching staff is starting to settle in on the offensive side of the ball. The Buckeyes are set to hire Tyler Bowen as the new offensive line coach. Bowen was the offensive coordinator at Virginia Tech the past 3 seasons. Brian Hartline will be the new offensive coordinator, and Adam Rittenberg of ESPN has reported that Hartline will be the play caller next season. And lastly, Billy Fessler is being promoted from an offensive analyst to the quarterback's coach. Breaking sports news. When it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
The only thing scarier than Bones' analogies is man's browser history.
I'm sorry, man. I thought you want to see this.
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Please subscribe to the podcast of this dumb show. It's available wherever you get your audio. Just search Common Man and T-Bone. Click. Subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device, free of charge. The podcast is brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling. We've dusted it off for today. Will it be a continuing thing? I have no idea. But today is Would You Rather Thursday. Send us a tweet at Man and Bone 971. Text the burner phone 614-787-3093. What do you got, Boner?
Let's see. This one is from Cat's Meow, who says, "My guys, on average, a person files a claim for a car crash every 18 years. I didn't know that. That's an interesting fact. Said, would you rather bike to work inside the 270 loop? So presumably we live somewhere inside 270. We'd have to bike to where we live or where we work now. But you are totally protected, guaranteed to never be injured while riding the bike, but you do have to bike every day.
Okay.
Or have your chances of an auto accident triple until you retire.
Triple.
So if you're on average, you have a crash every 18 years. Now, like every 6 years, you pretty much get into a car crash.
Nah, it's all right. Collateral damage. I like driving.
Oh, okay.
Yep. No bikey for me. No bikey for Mikey.
Yeah, I would. I mean, again, if it's a summer day and it's like 72 degrees out and there's just a nice little partly cloudy.
Yeah, we got about 3 of those a year.
Right. It's either slush, rain, wind,
or hot. Million degrees
or
with
hot
humidity and everything.
Yeah, I'm just going to.
You know how bad you'd smell by the time you get in here? Just for the sake of us?
That's right, yeah.
Oh, what's that smell? It's T-Bone's here. His sack just walked in the door.
Well, I'd have to, if it's inside 270, I'd have to move down here. Like, I'd have to move.
Well, of course, you can't bike from Marysville.
Well, no, but I'm saying, like, I wouldn't live out in, like, Hilliard, like, on inside the Outer Belt, that area. I would have to live, like, in Grandview, a mile from the station. Then I could see biking to work. I'd do that, yeah.
I'm not biking. What did I tease for you? I teased, the NFL is big on testing balls. We've been talking about ball spotting technology. Well, Ron Tolbert, who is the official, the referee for the game between the Chiefs and the Eagles, he's not going to have this state-of-the-art technology, but maybe soon he will. Caesars Superdome will be outfitted by the Sony Hawkeye Skelly Track system, a 14-camera system that specifically monitors more than 24 skeletal points on a player's body.
Okay.
Now, they're testing this.
Right.
They're not going to use it in the game. They're going to test it. They're going to determine where the ball was, where the knee was, if the elbow was down, all this other stuff. We already have situations where there's chips in the ball.
Chip.
They have that. The problem is matching up where the ball is to where your body is, and there's a big pile there. How do we know if the knee is down? Well, the NFL is hoping that more cameras in the right places can help determine that.
Well, also, I see the wisdom in this. If, let's say you have cameras, like you said, they're focusing on 24 points of the body, right?
Yes.
Okay.
More than 24 skeletal points.
Okay. So let's say that's each knee, each elbow, right? Things like that. Then presumably if you get an angle of, okay, the knee we know is down here, and you have 7 camera angles showing the play, couldn't you sync all of them up to
You could.
the one camera that says this one shows where the knee is down now?
But the question is, I guess what they're working on is, how do we do this in a timely fashion, too?
Well, right, but I'm saying like from a digital perspective, it's not like a guy is sitting there with a tape deck going like, I got to cut this up and paste it. No, it's like it's all again, there should be a computer program or something. I presume this Hawkeye system, is that what it's called? They've got to have something like that where they can, develop that to a point where once you get them time synced, then you hit play and then you hit stop and go, that's where the knee's down. And then it shows you every other angle. And maybe you can get one that shows the ball in relation to the goal line. At the end of the day, no system's perfect. They're not going to get this 100% right. But I've never understood why the NFL let that stop them. Well, we can't do that because there's no way we'll be able to see every play of every time the ball crosses the goal line. What if you can see like 42% more of them than you do now? Wouldn't that be good? I think it would. So let's do it.
The Waste Management Phoenix Open started up today.
Oh, yeah. That's the stadium hole, right? Out in Phoenix? Where
the crowd goes wild?
Everybody's drunk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's not drunk. Our guy Kuch is not drunk.
Matt Kuchar update.
Kuch! Is Kuch playing in the Waste Management Open, Teddy?
He was entered into the tournament, but there was a bit of a tragedy yesterday for the Kuch family. Kuch's father suddenly passed away.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry to hear that.
He had to pull out of the tournament.
That's too bad.
R.I.P. Kuch.
Well, it's his dad.
Well, he was
Kuch
also too.
Kuch?
He's
Okay.
Mr. Kuch.
Okay, fine.
Senor Kuch.
Senor Kuch, that's right.
The elder Kuch.
Do we know what happened, Teddy? You said it was a tragedy. Was he like...
The last I heard, it just said that he died unexpectedly.
Oh, unexpected. Okay. Well,
So,
I'm sorry to hear that.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that's too bad. I hope I hope they... I wish him the best. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I have to say.
That's a downer there. Kuch update.
Matt Kuchar's dad's dead. That's sad. I'm sorry.
What's even sadder is that I have about 19 jokes. About 19 jokes. I want to use them all.
I'm sure you do.
Rick Spielman is joining the Jets front office. I find this funny because he was hired to find a GM. He was specifically hired by the Jets to hire a GM. And apparently in the process hired himself.
Oh.
Now, he's not going to be the GM. He's going to be a senior advisor to the GM. But I just found that funny. It's like, hey, hire this guy. And then in return, that guy hires me.
Yeah, well, that's, I guess that's a little bit of back scratching going on, right?
That's right.
That's what, I got you this job. You're not going to forget about your old pal Rick, are you? Now that you got this highfalutin job, you got to think of me. So I think that makes a lot of sense.
The other thing that I find interesting is that, who applied for that Jets GM job?
No.
Chris Spielman.
Oh, really?
So presumably,
that's right. I forgot about that.
Chris had to go in and interview with his brother Rick, and didn't get the job.
I wonder if they would have, again, if your brother is the guy hiring for the job or helping to hire, would they say, hey, Rick, you got to sit this one out? You know, like, it's your brother. What questions is he going to ask him that he doesn't already know?
I don't.
How do you approach failure? Never mind. I already know you're a psycho. You will do anything you can to, like, correct the problem.
Remember that time in 1976 where we threw golf balls at each other's testicles?
Right. Yeah, I just don't think that would it would probably be unproductive to have Rick Spielman in there with Chris. You'd have to probably take him out and say, all right, everybody else gets to interview him.
All right, we're going to do some Would You Rather fun coming up next. I'm all in for... Teddy, you in for fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bone?
Yeah.
Mr. Kuch? Not available for comment.
Okay, gotcha.
Would you rather fun coming up next? Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to find traffic is stop and go and causing a 5-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. And you're going to hit a couple minutes slowdown on westbound 670 between 71 and 3rd Street. This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. It's Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. Get matched to your perfect bed now and sleep at night. Plus, if you see a lower price, they'll match it. Hurry and stop by Mattress Firm to upgrade today. Restrictions apply. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter for Affinity Whole Health. I've trusted Affinity for 7 years for their testosterone replacement therapy. Why? Because it's natural for our bodies to gradually lose testosterone over time. This leads to brain fog, fatigue, muscle loss, low sex drive, none of the things you want. If you want to feel like you did in your prime and get your energy back, better mood, higher sex drive, increase muscle mass, then get started for free at feelgreatcolumbus.com. Affinity is local. They're accessible. They ship the treatments right to your door. feelgreatcolumbus.com.
I'm an old school Joe, and my philosophy is real simple and effective. It's not what you win or lose, it's what you save. And betting reduced juice at Prime Sports Ohio is the way to save money on every single bet. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Use promo code JUSTSPORTS. Get a welcome bonus up to $100 and be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 or older and present in Ohio. If you or anyone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Common Man here. I've told you about my friends at Sell for 1% Realtors. I am back to remind you that if you're thinking about selling your home, it should not cost you 6% to do it. Their premise is almost too good to be true. They sell your home for 1% commission, not 6%. That's it. I had to check it out for myself, see if it was legit. I met with the family-run business here in Central Ohio. They will give you everything you expect from any realtor for a whole lot less. This is full service, not discount. They literally do everything that a realtor who charges you 6% is going to do, and probably more. They can do it because they use today's technology, which has made the realtor's job easier, taking photos, signing documents on your phone. And instead of keeping their prices the same like everybody else does, they pass the savings on to you because they know you're going to be happy with the service. Tell a friend, they get more business. Oh, what a novel concept. If I knew about these guys 10 years ago, I would have saved a boatload of money. On average, customers save about $10,000 in commissions. If you're selling, give my guys a call. 614-451-6616. Sellfor1%.com.
Get ready for the big game with fan favorites like buy one, get one free extra large avocados. Plus, buy 5, save $5 deals when you mix or match other go-to items like assorted varieties of DiGiorno frozen pizza, 24 packs of Coca-Cola or Pepsi products plus deposit where applicable, and Sweet Baby Ray's marinade or sauce. Shopping at Meijer makes game day a good deal better. Exclusions apply. See all deals in-store or in the Meijer app.
Hey friends, Beamer here. I want to tell you about my new obsession. It's the Daisy French onion dip. One of my guilty pleasures, I'm sure you have it too, during the football season, is eating dips. Sometimes with chips, wings, veggies, whatever you want to dip in there. And now Daisy, they've come out with a Daisy French onion dip and a Daisy Ranch dip. And these are a total game changer. They're just as good as homemade dips, if not even better. They've got real herbs and spices and ingredients you'd even find in your own kitchen. I invite you to try the Daisy French onion dip. I'm a big French onion guy. That's my favorite. You can look for Daisy French onion dip at a grocery store near you.
The Buckeyes are national champions. And you listen to it all right here on The Fan. And next year when they do it again, it'll be here on The Fan. And the year after that, well, you know the drill. Always and forever, your home of the Buckeyes. The Fan.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Amazon Business offers smart business buying solutions, so you can spend more time growing your business and less time doing the admin. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Cloudy skies, breezy, dry, and cool on this Thursday. Temperatures holding in the low 40s. As we go through tonight, partly cloudy skies, light winds down to the upper 20s by Friday morning. Plenty of sunshine Friday, but still chilly with highs only in the mid to upper 30s by Friday afternoon. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Dumb is the only language these two are fluent in. You're listening to Man and Bone.
Hey, Teddy.
Yeah.
As the Queen would say, I'm feeling a little randy.
Oh.
I couldn't help but notice that Timmy Hall, and who's in there with him? Because Colin's gone. Is it Jacob?
I don't know who's in there.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Well, Timmy Hall is in the studio across from us recording the basketball podcast.
Mad About Hoops. Mad About Hoops. They're recording it.
Oh, it's probably Jacob then, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering if we could listen to what they're saying. Also, if we could is there a way for us to sort of take over and play sounds that they hear?
No, we can't do that.
We can't. That's a bummer.
We can play them so that we can hear them.
No, I know, but I want to just throw fart noises in and they'll wonder where it's coming from. And
no, that's not possible.
Well, we can make our own exclusive remix. Only available on our podcast, on our show.
Can we hear what they're talking about? I'm sure it's
I can.
boring
I mean,
as
I
hell,
have it. Yeah, do you want to?
Do we know? Does their
right?
podcast work blue? Do they swear?
Well, you know what? I don't think so. I think this is the risk that we're going to take.
Let's hope so.
All right, ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
I want to kill myself. Keep plugging.
What is that?
Team led.
They may not be on the air.
Chris Beard.
They may not be on the air.
They're not on the air. So
turn it down. Yeah.
Maybe they're just talking off mic. You're right. That may be blue. I got to tell you.
What are we doing?
That Common Man and T-Bone. What a bunch of crap.
Now, actually, what would have been hilarious is if we did that, then like a swear got out, and then none of us would get in trouble because Fish told us to do that. He came down and said...
Well, I didn't know they were taping it. Fish told me they were taping it.
Yeah, Fish said they were taping, so pot them up and let's see.
Actually, we should pot them up and listen to their off-air conversation. That would be a big deal.
That'd be good. Like, you believe
maybe we'll get Tim admitting to murder.
You believe those two idiots over there? 3 to 6 every day. What a bunch of losers.
Fish, and they're right. Fish has handed us the plug sheet for tomorrow. Morning Juice tomorrow morning, 8:30. AJ Hawk, Buckeye legend. He'll be on the show. Brothman and Ice live from Radio Row in New Orleans starting at noon tomorrow. Rich Gannon, former NFL MVP. Rich Gannon won the MVP? When?
Of the Super Bowl, maybe. No, he didn't win the MVP.
He won the MVP of the league?
Yeah, that must be.
I think that year they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's right. Because they didn't win it.
A huge year.
Yeah.
All right, let him live. Anyway, Rich Gannon.
That's right.
At 12:30 tomorrow. And Brian Baldinger from the NFL Network, he will join the program at 2:30. And on this show tomorrow, it's a Tool of the Week Friday. Today, we've dusted off Would You Rather.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's stick or not, I have no idea. But today, would you rather? Go ahead, Bone.
Phil says, would you rather have OSU beat Michigan for 5 straight years with no guaranteed national championships, or have the Jackets win the Cup this year? Oh, Jackets 100%.
If the Jackets, look, I'm just going to leave it up to the Buckeyes anyway, because I don't think Ryan Day's ever going to lose to Michigan again. I know it's a kiss of death, but whatever.
Okay.
But if the Jackets win the Stanley Cup this season, that is up there with the biggest sports story of all time. Is it not?
Oh, 100%
I mean,
right.
This team was not supposed to do anything, even with Johnny Gaudreau on this team. You lose, tragically, before the season starts, your most talented player, best player, however you want to put it. He gets killed. You're dealing with that. You go out and win the Stanley Cup? That's like Leicester City won the Premier League.
Yes.
Right? They came out of nowhere.
They were 5,000 to 1 at the start of that season to win the Premier League.
Is it not up there with that?
Yeah, it would be on par with it would be one of the most improbable sports stories we've ever seen. But I will add this, just taking all that aside, the Blue Jackets winning the Stanley Cup in this city, I know people will laugh at this. There are a lot of people who think this would never happen, but I am telling you right now, if the Blue Jackets made a run to the conference finals, let alone won the Stanley Cup, in this city in September, when the Jackets come back for camp after winning a Stanley Cup, people in this market would say, hey, Buckeyes are playing on Friday or Saturday. We got to put that on the news, I guess. But Jackets are open. Like, the city would suddenly have more than just this one monolithic thing that
absolutely.
Everyone is like,
Absolutely.
oh, Ohio State football is the A number one. And again, that's not wrong. Ohio State deserves to be there. They've been there for 50, 60 years. What I'm saying is, if the Jackets won the Stanley Cup, you have never experienced what this city would be like with a pro sports team. We have the Crew winning their championships, and that's been great. I'm a huge fan of that. Winning the Stanley Cup is just a thing that we've never had something like that here.
If they win the Stanley Cup, there would not be a ticket to be found for 41 games the next season.
I thought you were going to say there wouldn't be a ticket to be found for 41 years. Like,
I don't know about that, but I guarantee you they sell every damn ticket for every damn game.
You'd sell out for a decade. They already kind of have that type of following anyway, where people have just gone and supported this team through thick and thin. That the fan base needs rewarded like that. Yeah, I would pick that every time. That would be awesome.
All right, so long story long, I trust the Buckeyes take care of their own business. I will take the Jackets winning the Stanley Cup this year. It'd be one of the greatest stories of all time.
By the way, the Would You Rathers, best Would You Rather today is getting a pair of tickets to Sonic Temple.
That's right.
Coming to Historic Crew
passes.
Stadium. Entire weekend, yeah. 2 nights of Metallica in there. So send us those at Man and Bone 971. Muggsy's Leaper says, my hot beef sandwiches.
Flacco, my Cracko.
Would you rather turn in a double left turn lane with the dotted line that everyone now ignores, or merge onto the highway during rush hour? I got to tell you, that double left turn lane, I don't know when it happened. Everybody now is just like, oh, do we just go in either lane? I'm just going to
I almost died today.
Over you. Why?
I almost died today because the person in the closest lane,
right,
just says, I'm just going to take a wide-ass turn.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm in the other turn lane.
You're next to each other in a double turn lane with the dotted line just saying,
no, I hate
please
people.
be aware.
I hate them.
It's so stupid. Yeah, but you know what? I would rather merge onto a highway during rush hour than do that. That turn gets me every time. I get so nervous about the person next to me not even paying attention. This one is from Chandler. Chandler Bong, which is good. I like that. Just one letter off. It says, would you rather never see one of your favorite sports teams win a major championship again, or have all audible sounds, singing, talking, etc., be heard in the voice of Jeff Rimmer forever?
So I can't do that.
Not just your normal thing, like your music, movies, anything you watch is...
Look, a big part of my day is sitting down with my stereo and enjoying some music. I'm never going to enjoy music again if Rimmer's singing every single song. Can you imagine that? You give love a bad name. Shot through the heart. Come on, man. I can't do that. That's how I unwind.
With arms wide open.
Is he the spoken word like William Shatner?
He can't. He's not doing it.
With arms wide open.
Well, that sounds like you doing Creed, is what that sounds like to me. He's got to say it.
Welcome to this place. I'll show you everything.
Yeah, see, he's got a break. He He can't just do it note for note.
No, I will take no team ever wins again.
That's fine.
I need to not hear Rimmer.
You said, was that none of all your favorite sports teams? So that is college and pro. I thought it was just pro, but yeah, okay, that's fine.
Chances are they're not going to win anyway.
True enough. Let's see. This one comes from Crush, who says, my guys. Would you rather have a pet bat or a pet falcon? Now, I like this question. And the answer for me is falcon.
Falcon.
Yeah. Because you know what? You kind of can. If you're a falconer, you can have a pet falcon.
You have to be a falconer.
No, but like what I understand of the falcon game is that
you ready? You ready, Teddy?
Here we go.
He's gonna explain some falconry to us.
You don't think I've looked into it?
I know you have. Go ahead.
Here's the thing. You kind of have to entice the falcon to join you, but the falcon goes and comes when it wants to. So it lives out in the woods, and then you show up and you're like, hey, and you hold a piece of meat and you wear your glove, and then it's like it's there. Now, maybe if you've got like the people who do our guy at Lazio who had the eagle, that one lives with him. Clearly, they've got an arrangement.
Do you have to get a penis transplant too?
You do. And then you have to show it to your coworkers. And also apparently
the entire internet.
Be a fascist.
Right.
That was also kind of a thing
Mussolini's
with that guy.
Great. Look at my mutilated pee-pee.
Yeah, that's not good, man. That's not good.
So you'd pick Falcon.
I'd pick Falcon.
I'd pick Falcon too.
Although, you know what my wife wants to do?
I know she's in love with bats.
We don't live in the country. But if we did, what she wants to do is put up a bat house outside where they go there and then they stay. And then eventually, like, they migrate every year. But they will, once they find a place, they will come back. They can remember where it was, and they will come back every year.
Why? Why does she want the bats?
She likes bats. She thinks they're cool.
What is she going to do with them? Go play with them?
No, you don't go out. No, you can watch them. Like, you can put a camera. People do put cameras in those things so they can see what they're doing.
You know where else you can watch them?
Where's that?
The zoo. They have them there.
They have those big ones.
I know. Those huge. They got the veiny wings. You ever see those things?
Those things are.
My God.
Those are some bats now.
Like stretched out nut sacks. Those veiny wings. The bat wing. That's what they call that, Teddy. When you stretch out your sack like that.
I've heard
they call that the bat wing. I'm not making it up.
No one said you were.
Hey, speaking of nut sacks, Fat Boy Food Tap coming up in 2 minutes. Colin Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should watch out for an accident that's on southbound 270's off-ramp to I-70 on the west outer belt. It's causing slow traffic from Roberts Road. And we have a 5-minute delay on eastbound 70 on the east side between James Road and 270. This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies, offering national LTE coverage and no subscriptions ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
QC Kinetics not only has the latest non-invasive treatments for joint pain relief, but they also have one of the most respected names in sports medicine, serving as their medical director. That's Dr. Ray Tesner.
As the founder of Sports Medicine Grant and a classically trained orthopedic surgeon, it's exciting to be involved with the latest advances in regenerative medicine and QC Kinetics.
Well, QC Kinetics is making a huge difference in the quality of my life and others as well.
As folks already know, Bobby Carpenter and Sat Sullinger are sports legends in Columbus. QC Kinetics has already made a big difference in their lives, and also for Bobby's father, Rob Carpenter, a 10-year NFL veteran.
And the QC Kinetics team are seasoned medical professionals.
One of the cool things about being the medical director of QC Kinetics is the privilege I have of working with our staff, who have 15 years of experience in regenerative medicine.
You could be next. Go to QCkinetics.com/Columbus and call QC Kinetics today for your complete complimentary consultation, 380-208-4544.
If people ask you how long you have to keep that ugly garage door before you win the bet, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors for less than you think. DeluxeStoreSystems.com.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here from my friends at High Bank Distillery Co., located right here in Columbus. Introducing their newest product, 614 Vodka, Ohio's house vodka. Perfect to make a drink at home or try when you're out at your favorite local restaurant. Learn more at 614vodka.com.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Uncomfortably talking about food.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
This is Man and Bone.
We're going to do that right now. We've decided to dust off Would You Rather today. All day at Man and Bone 971 on Twitter. Text the burner phone 614-787-3093 or hop in the YouTube chat. Yes, we're there. Just search 971 The Fan on YouTube, pop in the chat, and you can watch our ugly faces, or what I suggest you do, just look at the chat.
Just look at the chat.
Don't even look at our faces. Look at the chat. Because if you're looking right now, you're seeing me scratch my privates. Which, hey, that's part of the deal. If you're going to put cameras in here, you're going to see picking and scratching.
We did start off the show, and I noticed the YouTubers, they had a question right at the beginning of the show. They said, did Common Man just smell his fingers? And I didn't know.
Smell my fingers?
They said it looked like you were like smelling your fingers before we went on the air. I don't know.
I mean, I'm not above smelling my fingers. Did I touch something interesting?
What was that? Was it Mary Catherine Gallagher?
Oh, yeah, she'd give a good
superstar.
You'd give a good whiff.
Yeah.
Fat Boy Food Chat.
Common Man and T-Bone have very little value unless they're telling you about all the crap they can shove in your mouth so you can die quicker. It's time for Fat Boy Food Tip. Wait, how do you want me to say it? Tip? This is dumb. I quit.
Sponsored by Metal Supermarkets. Visit metalsupermarkets.com/Columbus for all your metal needs.
I was going to start talking, but I stopped myself, Teddy.
Yourself.
You see that?
Yeah, that was good.
You see that? Let me smell my fingers. Yeah. That smells like success.
Oh, okay.
All right. I have two things for you. First of all, I went yesterday. After the show, I got myself an Angel Reese combo thingy.
Oh, yeah.
At McDonald's. Really, I was just interested in the burger. It's a quarter pounder with cheese, but it has barbecue sauce and bacon on it. That makes it a Michael Jordan burger. And you know what else it makes it? Delicious.
You enjoyed it?
I loved it. It brought me right back to my childhood. It was fantastic. I would go again. I will go again. Angel Reese, I don't know if you actually came up with this or not. 2 thumbs up for you.
Yeah. It seems like a good call. Did you get the orange high C with it?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
I subbed out that for a nice DC.
Too. I'm not a big fan of the high C in my older years, but yeah, it's a good drink. It has been a good drink. Served me well for many of my years, but now I've moved on.
All right, this is something from the Daily Meal. I always wonder, like, who are they writing this stuff for?
Okay.
All right. I mean, this is just, it's common sense. It's stupidity. Why do we have a whole article devoted to this? Fast food chains always trick you into spending more. Here's how. You ready, Bone?
Yeah.
You ready to learn some real devious tricks of the trade?
I'm ready.
Bullet point number 1. They use eye-catching images to draw you in. They take pictures of the food, and they always make it look like it's really delicious. So then you want to go and try it.
Yeah, you know, unlike the very honest auto industry that always shows their cars with rust and a wheel falling off. Like, what are we talking about? Of course, they're going to show you the best version of what their food is.
I didn't know that until they told me that. Here's another trick they use. They use descriptive advertising to make you hungry. They specifically use words like juicy, creamy, savory, soft, and warm. And all those words instantly make your mouth water. That's why they use them.
Every industry in the retail game advertises exactly the same. They use descriptive language to tell you about their product.
No, here's another one that I was not aware of. And Teddy, maybe you're aware of this. I'm not. You're older than me. They use charm pricing techniques to trick the minds. They don't say something costs $6. They'll say it costs $5.99 to trick you into thinking that it's cheaper than it actually is.
You know the other problem? That's a dumb suggestion they have, but this is how dumb it is. If I really want like a certain food item from a certain place and I show up thinking, oh, hey, it's $3.99 or whatever, and I get there and then actually they say, it's $7.99. I don't go, oh, no, I guess I just say, oh, well.
That's because you're made of money.
I want it. No, I mean, I may not come back.
Must be nice.
I may not come back the next time, but if I've decided I'm in the line, I'm not leaving. I'm getting the thing I wanted, and then maybe I won't come back.
Here's another one. They offer special deals periodically to keep you coming back.
Oh,
right. They'll give you a reward, or they'll say this is a 2 for 2, and it's just a ploy to get you in there. That's all it is.
Never heard of that before.
And I got to tell you, this is the most damaging one, I think. They use targeted advertising to cater to kids and teens. So McDonald's is going to partner with a movie like Minions or something to put that in a Happy Meal, not because they like Minions, but because they know your kids like Minions, and they're going to bother you until you go get them one.
When did they start doing that? Oh,
Always.
That's right. Whenever, since you and I have been alive, at least, I don't know when Happy Meals came around, but we've always had them. That's a thing. Yeah.
They create flashy marketing campaigns and celebrity partnerships to dazzle customers.
That's right.
I just told Angel Reese.
Yeah. That's, again, no one else does this.
No.
They definitely don't have, like, if you watch a beer advertisement, they've never, like, used, I don't know, women in bathing suits or big celebrities or something like that to endorse their beers. They've never done anything like that. So the fast food industry is the only one doing it, man.
And finally, my favorite, they offer limited edition food items so customers act quickly. I just said I went to get the new Angel Reese burger. I don't know how long it's going to be there. I will keep going back, and I'm playing right into their evil corporate greedy hands.
You certainly are. I also saw an article about fast food menu items that disappeared during the pandemic and never returned.
Okay.
Some of these I was aware of. Some of them I guess I'd forgotten that we used to have them, or that's when they went away.
Want you to think.
I know. This one I'm aware. All-day breakfast at McDonald's has never come back since the pandemic. They don't do that anymore.
Didn't we, though, debunk that myth? Because I thought we confirmed that it went away before the pandemic.
Oh, did it?
I think so.
Okay. Well, either way, it hasn't been brought back. So whatever they decided not to do it, that they do not. It's not been back for a while, and that's too bad. Because I do think also what they should do with all-day breakfast, that's the wrong phrasing. What it should be is all-day menu. If you make a quarter pounder with cheese and it's 7 a.m. and you're open, I should be able to get a quarter pounder with cheese. And also, if it's 4 p.m. and I want an Egg McMuffin, give me an Egg McMuffin. Also, yogurt parfaits at McDonald's. Those have been gone since the pandemic. They said salads at McDonald's. Was McDonald's doing full-fledged salads?
I think they've been gone for a long time.
For a very long time now. Triple layer nachos at Taco Bell. I don't remember these, but they apparently had refried beans, cheese sauce, and a squirt of the red sauce all on there. 7-layer burrito at Taco Bell. I don't remember that at all. Beefy Fritos burrito at Taco Bell. That I remember. I liked the Beefy Fritos burrito. I wish they'd bring it back. Nacho Supreme. They don't have Nacho Supreme at Taco Bell?
They don't?
That's weird. I didn't know that. Also, the bagel sandwiches at Chick-fil-A, gone. The decaf coffee at Chick-fil-A. Why no decaf coffee?
No decaf coffee?
I mean, I never get it, but I know plenty of people that do. Why wouldn't you let someone get their decaf? That makes no sense. Also at Chick-fil-A, they got rid of variable chicken nugget kids meals. You know, when you get a kids meal, apparently you can order like 4 or 6 or 8. Well, apparently at Chick-fil-A, they've just said since January 2020, nope, that's done now. We don't do that anymore. Just one size for everyone. And finally, Sundays at Burger King. I remember these. They used to have little ice cream cup. You would get the chocolate drizzle on there. It was fine if you were at Burger King. I wouldn't say it's the best thing I've ever had, but that's all been gone. Too bad. Hate to see it.
Thanks, Bone.
I'm all done here. I just mean in general. I'm quitting today. So bad.
Thank God.
I know.
How you doing over there, Teddy? You've been quiet today.
I'm doing great.
Are you?
Just, eavesdropping.
Are you listening to them doing the
No, I don't
podcast?
do that. No. I just do that to you.
Are they still doing it?
Mike and Jack.
Pot it up. Let me hear.
No. Let's Teddy, just listen, make sure they're talking.
He's talking, yeah.
Okay.
Trying to bring them back to life.
It's going to be a process.
Yeah.
But Georgetown's suffering from it too right now. But St. John's, this is impressive what Rick's doing there.
Yeah, it's like they play bully ball. They are so physical. Their defense is ridiculous.
Let me tell you something. This is the most sports we've had on the show so far today.
That's right.
It's a 4-point game.
So there you go. Mad About Hoops. You can listen to it. Go wherever you get podcasts. Go get it.
Saturday mornings.
And Saturday mornings here on the Fan.
Really?
Yeah.
Since when?
Since basketball season started?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Or if like football season ended, Ohio State football
I
stuff.
don't listen to our station enough.
Apparently not.
You know what? I listen to it more than enough, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, you do listen to it for 3 hours a day when you're on it.
I don't even listen to that. I'm not listening right now. I go home after work. Kristen's like, what did you talk about today? I don't know.
I don't know.
Pee-pee, poo-poo, fart
Who
time.
remembers?
What do we do?
It's all a blur.
Well, today, honey, we decided the big thing on the show was listeners will ask us inappropriate would you rathers, and we're going to eavesdrop on another show.
That's right.
That they're doing.
Yeah. It's a good thing when you have that archive account of the show. So then we can go back and figure out, what did we talk about?
Oh, there's actually, today is a big day in Man and Bone history.
It is?
Yeah. Something that we do all the time originated on this day a few years ago.
You know what? That's a good tease.
I know.
That
If
coming
only
up next.
We didn't have another segment coming.
And we got time?
Okay.
And Degenerate T-Bone.
Super Bowl edition.
Oh. Proppy? That's all next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Traffic is moving slowly on westbound 670 between 71 and Neal Avenue. And we've got a small delay on eastbound 33 between 270 Southeast and Hamilton Road. This report is sponsored by eBay. Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for, from smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from classic 3-cheese, pepperoni, or extreme meat pizza. Save big with the $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 3/4/25. See app for full terms.
Only one football game left this season makes me sad. But watching that last game at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus makes me very happy. Scotty Vegas, and we're throwing a super watch party for the big game February 9th. Reserve your table at HollywoodColumbus.com. Come early for a live sports betting show at 5. Stay for the game with prizes and prop contests. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 21 years or older to enter. See you at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook for a Super Sunday.
Hey, Ohio, Prime Sports has arrived. The only book where you can lay 108 instead of 110 on all your favorite teams. Football, baseball, basketball, hockey, you name it. Why would you risk more to win the same amount at another sports book? Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Use promo code JUSTSPORTS. Get a welcome bonus up to $100. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 or older and present in Ohio. If you or anyone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
How'd you like to wipe out all that credit card debt to start the new year off right? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Stop getting fleeced by the credit card companies. If you own your home, go to AFLcash.com now. Advantage First Lending can help you unlock that equity and get you tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's AFLcash.com. You can pay off all your credit cards and other high-interest debt super fast. Consolidate all your bills into one low monthly payment. AFLcash.com can help you tap into your home's equity to give you some serious cash so you can go into 2025 with less stress and more confidence. Get the cash you need from Advantage First Lending now. Most homeowners don't even need an appraisal. How great is that? Get on solid financial footing. Go to AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. 844-394-CASH.
Equal Housing Lender. NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
They're trained. They're fired up.
Let's do it.
When you need heat, they can't be beat. They're Ohio State's undefeated heating and cooling team. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
We have a lot of football happening. I'm here to help. Set your radio preset to the Fan. Very good. Now set the second one to ESPN Columbus. It's the HD2 button. Lastly, go to the Fan's HD3 and save the Fan 3. Crisis averted. You're welcome.
Sarah, Happy New Year. You look amazing. How are things with you and Mark?
Lisa, I can't thank you enough for telling me about Columbus Men's Clinic.
We've totally rediscovered each other. He's working out, and we're doing more as a family than laying around watching TV.
I told you, they're incredible. My husband and I had the same experience. It's like having that spark all over again, isn't it?
Exactly. It's more than the physical. It's the connection, the energy. It's the best gift we could have given ourselves.
This new year, make the resolution that changes it all. Columbus Men's Clinic brings you proven options for ED, low testosterone, and enhancement. Reignite your drive, rebuild your confidence, and show up in the moments that matter most.
Here's to more love and more joy in the year ahead.
Cheers to that.
Book your appointment today at columbusmensclinic.com or dial 614-300-7400. That's columbusmensclinic.com or dial 614-300-7400. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Carpenter Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric, and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep your home comfortable. The Fan.
Off Topic is on brand. This is Man and Bone.
All right, Bone, you said today is a very important day in Man and Bone history. What is it?
Yes, so the Man and Bone archive account, which is, I think it's at Panama Ted Burner, if I'm not mistaken.
That's completely wrong.
Panama Ted Burner, that's right.
It may be right. I didn't.
It's okay.
I don't care.
Here's what we have today. And thanks to whoever puts this out there. We still don't know who it is, but we appreciate you. 2022 episode on this day, Chef Ed from Nationwide Arena confirmed for us that the dip from the sweets that we got when we used to do sweet nights
was homemade.
Homemade, made in-house, and you took a victory lap over that.
I knew it.
I was someone who said, no, they can't be pumping out all that dip, making it every time. They have to be getting it from somewhere. And that's right. You were 100% on that. But that also means it's only been since 2022 that we've been saying dip as much as we have.
No, it's probably before that.
You think
Right?
so? I don't know.
Dip? No, because I know we were in the old building.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we used to say dip in the old building.
You know what it is? Here's what it is. That was a 2022 flashback episode.
Oh.
So in 2022, that was an old episode. So you're right. It probably was. We've been saying dip since before the pandemic.
Yes, we were in the old building.
Wild to me. I didn't know that.
By the way, today is T-Bone's 13th work anniversary.
That's
here at the Fan. Good job, buddy.
Hey, that's good.
That's nice. That's good.
It's a testament to laziness.
Hey, man, 13 years in this business is like 1,000 years.
I agree. I'm very happy to be doing it for as long as I have, and very grateful for you and Ted for making it enjoyable to come to work every day.
The Super Bowl prop bet edition. Degenerate T-Bone. Hit it.
Common Man and T-Bones. Degenerate T-Bone.
Degenerate T-Bone.
T-Bone's picks for the weekend.
Sponsored by Ohio Health. Choose between virtual or in-person appointments at 200-plus care sites, providing the finest care anywhere. OhioHealth.com/finest care.
Bone, dare I say, this is the most anticipated Degenerate T-Bone of the entire year, the prop bet Super Bowl edition.
I'll tell you this. I put more work into a few of these picks than I do any other picks all year long.
Let's
There's
go.
a lot of research that goes into it. We're going to start off with the basics here, right? Eagles and Chiefs. Chiefs win, three-peat, sure. Over, under, 49.5. I'm going to take the over on this one. I do think there will be some points in this game. First offensive play, I'm going to say a run. They're going to play it safe. Whoever gets the ball first, they're going to run the ball. Team to score first, I'm going to say the Eagles score first in this game, even though I think the Chiefs will eventually win. I can see the Eagles getting a lead, feeling good, and then all of a sudden, Pat Mahomes, fourth quarter, shows up and gets it done. Chiefs win. Jalen Hurts, passing yards, over under 211.5. I'm going to say under on that one. Mahomes, passing yards, 249.5. You know what? I'm going to say under on that, too, because I think these teams are going to run the ball pretty well. I like to see, but I think it's going to happen. Kareem Hunt go over 47.5 yards for the Chiefs. And I think Saquon Barkley will go over 116.5 for the Eagles. Then I've got A.J. Brown receiving yards, 70.5. I'm going to say he goes under that number, but I'm going to say Devontae Smith, he goes over on 50.5 yards. So there you go. Longest touchdown of the game, I'm going to give to the Eagles. Longest field goal of the game, I'm going to give to the Chiefs. And the last touchdown of the game, I'm going to say the Chiefs get that one done. But you know what? Who cares about all of that? Here are the Super Bowl prop bets that you should care about.
Yeah, this is what I really care about.
Let's start with Super Bowl MVP. You have the choice of quarterback or anyone else. I'm going to go with quarterback because I do feel like it's probably going to be one of those two guys. And if it's the way I think it's going to go, if the Chiefs win, your MVP is going to be Pat Mahomes, right? There's no question there. I feel like no matter what he does, he's going to be the MVP. Gatorade bath color. Clear, water, or orange are grouped together as one option. Any other color is the other option. I'm going to go with the any other color.
I'm going to go any other. Man.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with a blue.
I can see a blue. Absolutely. I can see the Eagles having some green in there. You never know.
Yeah.
I can see red being in there too, right? The Chiefs,
How do you,
they might go
if
that.
it's a greenish yellow, though?
It's not.
How do we grade that?
That's not orange. It says clear, like clear colored power, Gatorade, whatever, water, or orange. Those are the
okay. All right.
Those are the only ones. So yellow would highlighter yellow, any of that would count for the other. Now, the coin toss, heads or tails. Statisticians will tell you that's an even chance every time it's a 50-50. That's fine, and that's right. That's statistically accurate. However, if you'd like to know, heads has only come up 48% of the time over the history of the Super Bowl when they've done this. 52% of the time, it's been tails. However, 3 of the last 4 have been heads. So I don't know what to do with that.
That's a trend.
Right. There's a trend one way. Do you want to go against the trend, though? Or do you say it literally doesn't matter because it's 50-50 every time?
You know what, Bone? What I say?
What's that?
If you're deciding, flip a coin.
Whatever. You know what? Flip a coin. Whatever you get, that's what they're going to get.
That's
Just
right.
do that. Only 4 of the last 12 national anthems did a certain thing. Do you think they went over or under on the time limit?
Under.
Well, 4 of the last 12 were under the time limit for this year's national anthem.
Okay.
So the time limit this year is 120 and a half seconds. That is, of course, 2 minutes and then a half a second. So only 4 of the last 12 have been under 2 minutes. Now, singing the national anthem this year is singer John Baptiste. John Baptiste is a New Orleans resident. He used to be the band leader for Stephen Colbert's late night show on CBS. He is a guy who, fascinating history on him, his family in New Orleans has 30 professional musicians that came out of his family. Cousins, uncles, aunts, all that. Siblings, all have been professional musicians. He is very successful. He has, I think, received a Grammy. Awesome musician.
Of all the people that I've ever met, the only ones that identify more regionally with where they're from than Texans is people from New Orleans.
Absolutely. Well, they're doing, I think, Lauren Daigle is going to sing beforehand. She is from the New Orleans area. They've got all New Orleans residents or people from that region that are going to sing before this. But he's
no
doing
Harry Connick?
I didn't see his name on there.
He's Mr. New Orleans.
Maybe that's a surprise for halftime. I don't know. Maybe he'll pop up with Kendrick Lamar. I have no idea.
All right.
But I'm going to say on this one, we're going to go over on the national anthem because I've seen John Baptiste perform. He's a great pianist. Like I'm not sure if he's going to play the piano or not, but I know that if he does, he likes to do those runs and like the big up and down and like he's going to take his time with it. Reba McEntire last year, it was 1:35 and she just like blasted through it. She was just like, yeah, hey, that's what, oh, say, can you see? Like she's just going. John Baptiste is going to take his time and be over. So I'm going to say over on the national anthem of 2 minutes, 0.5 seconds.
Speaking of Cajun people, here's our old buddy Ed Orgeron.
And I'm glad you didn't have that Rafa Salafusha one never got past number 1.
That's English, supposedly.
Yeah, that's great. They all seem to understand it. They liked what he said.
Well, that's fine. And here's one of our favorite things of all time. It is the Ed Orgeron Hummer commercial.
Hey, I'm Coach O. I just love my Hummer. I believe the Hummer is the best vehicle on the road. big, tough, aggressive, and it represents everything that we want at Ole Miss. I have my Hummer. You need a Hummer. Tell them about it, JoJo.
Mississippi, they are here. The new Rogers Dabbs H3 Hummers are here.
The folks at Rogers Dabbs Hummer are first-team players. Come see them.
Rogers Dabbs and Hummer like nothing else. New H3 starting at just $32,000.
Love it.
It's good.
I love a good tell-all book. And we may have a good one coming out soon. Details coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got slow traffic on southbound 270 on the east outer belt between Main Street and I-70, and a couple-minute delay on westbound 70 downtown between the 71 east and west split. This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies, offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here. The best time of the year for football is finally here. The big game has arrived, and fans are excited to see you'll be hoisting the trophy in New Orleans. You can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Check out their big game giveaway promo for your chance at $1 million in prizes. 25 winners will walk away with $10K in cash. 7,500 winners will get $100 in bonus bets. No deposit or bet required. Opt in today in the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
If your garage door is so loud that you can hear what I'm saying, but zero chance to really make out the words I said, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we've fixed crappy garage doors, straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. And everybody's had these pains, these little nicks, these things that you maybe had an injury when you were younger and you thought it went away. And then all of a sudden, as you get old, it starts to creep back. Doing everything, walking up the stairs, doing your favorite activities, golf, skiing, whatever it might be, the summer, the spring, the winter, it hurts. Hey, do not deal with it any longer. The hip, the knee, the shoulder, the back, whatever it is, there's good news. Go to QC Kinetics. They're groundbreaking treatments for that arthritis pain. They're going to make you feel better. The long-term relief, it's now possible. They're right here in Columbus under the leadership of Dr. Ray Tesner, founder of Grant Sport Medicine and a classically trained orthopedic surgeon. Don't wait. Make the call today. My dad and I did. His knee's starting to feel better. My knee feels better. They've got PRP treatments. They can change your life. I'm telling you right now. So go to QCkinetics.com/Columbus for your free consultation or give them a call at 380-208-4544. It's not going to go away on its own. They've got 2 offices in Dublin and Gahanna, so check them out.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection, one that helps better their everyday through the things they value most: friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Say goodbye to car care headaches with Carvenience from Hinderer Motor Company. This is Justin Hinderer. For only $49, we'll pick up your vehicle, leave you with a rental, and return it fully serviced and spotless. No more juggling your schedule or wasting hours at the shop. Carvenience lets you focus on what matters while we take care of all the rest, making life easier. Schedule your service today at HindererMotorCompany.com.
Big game party? Save big with Hothead Burritos Super Online Catering Discount. Bowls, burritos, tacos. Your guests will have a blast creating their own with choices for groups of 10 or more. Plan your menu now for Sunday's game at hotheadburritos.com.
Hi, I'm Bob Capace for Worthington Jewelers. Valentine's Day is upon us. Don't be a loser and forget again this year. Here at Worthington Jewelers, my store, I'm Bob Capace. We're giving you 35% off 14-karat gold and diamond jewelry. And how about 20% off sterling silver jewelry? We have something for every budget. Shop local and ask for me, Bob Capace. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington, worthingtonjewelers.com.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate
today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
How'd you like to wipe out all that credit card debt to start the new year off right? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Stop getting fleeced by the credit card companies. If you own your home, go to AFLcash.com now. Advantage First Lending can help you unlock that equity and get you tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's AFLcash.com. You can pay off all your credit cards and other high-interest debt super fast. Consolidate all your bills into one low monthly payment. AFLcash.com can help you tap into your home's equity to give you some serious cash so you can go into 2025 with less stress and more confidence. Get the cash you need from Advantage First Lending now. Most homeowners don't even need an appraisal. How great is that? Get on solid financial footing. Go to AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. 844-394-CASH.
Equal Housing Lender. NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Buddy Wiles. Fresh off of the national championship win, Ohio State announced today that they have agreed to a new 7-year contract with head coach Ryan Day. The deal is worth $12.5 million per year, making him the second highest paid coach in the sport behind Georgia's Kirby Smart. Third on that list is Dabo Swinney at Clemson. Those guys are the three highest paid and the only three active coaches to have won a national title. College basketball tonight, the Ohio State men are at home as they host number 18 Maryland. The Terps enter tonight's game on a bit of a heater. They've won 4 in a row in 6 of their last 7 games. Meanwhile, the Buckeyes, they look for another win to bolster their March Madness resume as they continue to hover on the bubble. Our pregame coverage gets started in an hour at 6 o'clock right here on The Fan. Tip-off is at 7. Hockey tonight, the Blue Jackets are back on home ice as the CBJ hosts the Utah Hockey Club. Face-off is at 7 tonight. And in the NBA, the Cavaliers will be in the nation's capital tomorrow night to face the Washington Wizards. That game will get started at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan.
Today's special value is 3 hours of stupid. You're listening to Common Man and T-Bone.
We've dusted it off for today. Maybe today only. I don't know. Maybe we bring it back periodically. Sporadic and periodic is what I was going for. Sure. I combined both of them. It's Would You Rather Day. Have you ever played Would You Rather? Yes, because you're not 4.
But you know what? If you are 4, it's a fun game to start. Would you rather?
Tweet us at ManandBone971. Text the burner phone, 614-787-3093. I have this story here, too. I think I'll toss it at you.
Okay.
A Malaysian man who often gets mistaken for a member of a street gang started a villain for hire business where he will harass a boyfriend's significant other so that he can then beat him up and play the hero to appear tougher than they actually are.
Hold on.
He advertises his services on Facebook and says for a reasonable fee, he'll set up the scenario, where he comes over and starts harassing your girlfriend, and then you can beat his ass. He'll let you.
Okay, so it's like WWE, but in your house, essentially, where you're walking down the street with your significant other, this person who looks like a real, member of a street gang, comes up and starts getting tough, and then you, do you have to do kayfabe? Are you pulling punches, or are you
I don't
actually
think
just
so. I
kicking
think
this guy's ass?
he'll take the beating.
Wow.
He says, here's a scenario that he's used before. When the boyfriend goes to the bathroom, I pretend to harass the girlfriend. When he returns, he confronts me like a hero.
Maybe also, if he does a little, hey, you leave her alone. It's like, no, man, I think your girl's hot. And it's like, oh, yeah? Try it, tough guy. And you push him and he goes, okay. And he runs away. Maybe that's how it works.
He's got during the week prices and weekend prices.
Oh, I bet it goes up on the weekend.
He will get his ass beat during the week for the equivalent of $22.50.
That's reasonable.
On the weekends, it goes to about $34. I mean, there's demand there. So
now, I wonder how strict he is with the rules, right? Because if I were in that situation, if I were that guy, I'd have to make sure for my customers, so I don't want to lose people. I can't work in the same area for at least 8 hours. right? You have to move around the city because if you're over at, let's say, Easton and someone comes up and harasses your significant other and then you beat him up and it's like, oh, you got him. And then 5 minutes later, he's doing it again, like 20 feet ahead of you. That's not, your girlfriend's going to figure it out. Your fiance, whoever, they're going to say,
well, you got to clear the area. I mean, come on. You can't stick around for the encore performance.
Well, fine. But but what if you're walking around in that area and you just happen to run back into him? Like sometimes that happens. You see a friend as you're out, you walk around, you have dinner, you see them again as they're leaving what they're doing. He's got to be like away for at least 6 or 8 hours. Got to go somewhere else in the city.
Or maybe perhaps, this happens. You use his services, you beat him up. And then like 2 weeks later, you just happen to run into him while he's at the grocery store.
Oh, yeah.
And your girlfriend says, that's the guy again. Go get him.
Then you'd be like,
but at that point, you haven't paid for anything.
No.
What do?
I think then what happens is that guy comes up and is like, hey, I just want you to know, since I ran into you and you kicked the crap out of me, I've turned my life around. I went to church. I gave up my...
And it's all because of this guy.
It's all because of this guy.
He puts his arm around him.
Yeah.
It's all because of this guy right here. You got a hell of a guy here. Don't let him go. As a matter of fact, I think you should give him a special treat tonight.
For sure there's been someone who was like telling this story about, oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe what my husband did or my boyfriend, whoever. He stepped in and fought this guy off. And then the person they're telling the story to at work or wherever, whoever they know, is like, that's funny.
Oh my
Because just a couple weeks ago, my boyfriend was in a similar situation.
That sounds like just what happened to Trevor.
Uh-huh. And then it's like, wow, I guess we just have both heroic boyfriends, huh? Or you find out that this guy, he's got to hire more people, is what I'm saying. You got to diversify.
Well, I'm sure as the business grows, he'll hire more people to get their asses beat.
It's an interesting model. I think that's an interesting business plan right there.
I love a good tell-all book. So this book is coming out on June 10th. It's called Turf Wars, The Fight for the Soul of America's Game. And it's written by former NFL Players Association Executive Director D. Maurice Smith.
Okay.
So he's got all the stories, and apparently he's going to tell them. Apparently, when the last CBA was up for negotiation, there were a group of players that said, we're not even going to put it to a broader player vote.
Okay.
This isn't good enough. One of those players was Aaron Rodgers. I would like to point out, because they point out, that he was not the Packers union representative at the time, but he inserted himself into all of these dealings because, of course, he did.
Of course he did.
Right? So he's in the meeting with the other union reps.
Right.
Because he's Aaron Rodgers, he's high profile. And this is right before the pandemic in 2020. And he's saying, no, we're not even going to put this to a vote. We're going to send it back with a no. We're not sending it to the players at large. Because what happens is if the union reps agree, then that goes to a wider vote with all of the Players Association.
Yeah.
Then they vote on it. Aaron Rodgers says, don't even let them see it. Well, there was an annual $200,000 increase in this for the players.
Oh.
And no one would stand up to Aaron Rodgers except for Kirk Cousins, who got up and started yelling, saying, look, if they turn it down, they turn it down. But we should put it to a vote to the rest of the members. If they feel like that's good enough, who are we to decide for them?
That, you know what, Kirk Cousins, that's actually correct. Good for you.
So I guess things got pretty heated between Aaron Rodgers and Kirk Cousins. Eventually, Kirk Cousins won the argument. It went out to the players, and they voted for the CBA. They voted in favor of it. But just picture that now. Aaron Rodgers standing up doing his thing. Kirk Cousins is the only one who's going to stand up to him, gets up and yells at him. They're in each other's faces. Now, at the end of it, I'm sure they hug and say, hey, we hate vaccines together, right? And they're like, yeah! And they hug and talk about shape-shifting lizard people and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But at that moment, Kirk Cousins was the only one who would stand up to egomaniac Aaron Rodgers.
Well, this is why I do think the NFLPA always has this issue where lots of times in the past, I think their CBAs have skewed towards the Drew Breeses of the world. And I bring him up because he was one of those guys that was famously like fighting for things that benefited, it seems like, benefited him and guys who've been in the league for 10 years, guys who were star quarterbacks. But the guys at the end of the roster, they're typically not in position to, be in those player executive committee roles. They're not the ones usually with that power. It's usually the guys.
Veterans who have been around a while, who have made some money.
Who are also stars and are good enough to have gotten a few contracts. They usually end up being the ones on that executive committee that make these decisions. Good for Kirk Cousins for saying, hey, this won't necessarily affect me, but there are guys with 2 and 3 years of service time, and they may be on their way out in a couple years. They should get to vote on this because that $200,000 for them would matter a lot compared to guys who are on $100 million contracts. So that's a good point.
I'm sure Aaron Rodgers is saying too, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. I don't know why. This is a bad deal for them.
Maybe, right.
Don't let them vote on this deal. But you know what, though? Kirk Cousins is saying it doesn't matter if we think it's a bad deal for them.
Yeah.
We present this to them and they vote.
Right. And I think as long as it's something that hits all the markers that everyone previously agreed on, right? Like if they had all set out ahead of time and said, guys, bare minimum, it has to be above this, this, and this. If those are hit, but then Aaron Rodgers says, but I don't think it's as good as we can get, then that's a fair point. But Kirk Cousins is right to say, let the rest of the guys decide. It got everything we wanted in this deal. Let's see if they like it.
Well, it turns out it was actually probably a better deal if they would have said that they did agree to it, because David Tepper, I guess in this book, has said that the owners were ready to pull that deal.
Oh.
They were ready to pull it, and then the pandemic restrictions and all that stuff, they were ready to hit.
Sure.
And if that was active... And they're still trying to, because they know their revenues are going to go down now.
The owners use that 100%.
They would use that 100%. But because they said yes to this version of the deal, the owners had to live up to it, even though their revenues did go down during 2020 and 2021.
Kirk Cousins got a lot of guys paid. Good for him.
Aaron Rodgers trying to make it not happen, trying to take food off of your table.
That's all right.
More Would You Rather fun. And hey, look, Timmy's here. That's coming up next. Colin Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at a 10-minute slowdown due to an accident that's on southbound 270's off-ramp to I-70, and that's on the west outer belt. It's going to be slow from Cemetery Road. And there's a 5-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Discover. Guess what? Discover's accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. You heard right, 99%. If you don't think so, maybe it's time to face facts. You're stuck in the past. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report. Learn more at discover.com/credit card. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling.
Get your furnace fixed fast. Call Care Heating and Cooling. 1-800-COOLING.
Common Man and T-Bone here. Bone, did you know that the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus has over 30 TVs, 2 massive video walls? They even have recliners, a full-service bar and restaurant, a betting counter, and over 30 kiosks?
I did know that, but I also know that you can reserve a table right now at Hollywood Casino Columbus at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook and guarantee your spot and get some game day swag while you do it. Just visit hollywoodcolumbus.com/casino/sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Say yes to Diamond Seller's Wedding Weekend on February 21st and 22nd. Enjoy buy one, get one half off wedding bands, 20% off diamond anniversary bands, and special no-interest financing on engagement rings. Visit us in-store and learn more at diamondseller.com.
A system for every home and every budget at Logan AC and Heat Services. Get a free train furnace with the purchase of an air conditioner and tax credits up to $2,600. Schedule your free estimate now. Logan Services.
There's a lot on the line in a divorce. Your home, savings, retirement, maybe even kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce and the unexpected directions it can take, you really need a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. We're committed to helping protect your personal interests and the life you've built. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. Talk to us today.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
Break the ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. T&Cs apply.
Common Man here. I've told you about my friends at Sell for 1% Realtors. I am back to remind you that if you're thinking about selling your home, it should not cost you 6% to do it. Their premise is almost too good to be true. They sell your home for 1% commission, not 6%. That's it. I had to check it out for myself, see if it was legit. I met with the family-run business here in Central Ohio. They will give you everything you expect from any realtor for a whole lot less. This is full service, not discount. They literally do everything that a realtor who charges you 6% is going to do, and probably more. They can do it because because they use today's technology, which has made the realtor's job easier, taking photos, signing documents on your phone. And instead of keeping their prices the same like everybody else does, they pass the savings on to you because they know you're going to be happy with the service. Tell a friend, they get more business. Oh, what a novel concept. If I knew about these guys 10 years ago, I would have saved a boatload of money. On average, customers save about 10 grand in commissions. If you're selling, give my guys a call. 614-451-6616. Sellfor1%.com.
Morning Juice.
Being fresh, if you're not prepared to play, doesn't matter. You don't want to be fresh and soft. You want to be fresh and firm, Beam. You can't, quote, practice soft and play hard.
Morning Juice is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Weekday mornings at 6. The Fan.
Have you ever told a friend
Oh, I'm fine.
when you really felt
Just so overwhelmed.
or sent a text
Can't sleep. Are you awake?
when you couldn't find the words to say?
I'm scared to be alone with my thoughts right now.
Then this is your sign to reach out to the 988 Lifeline for 24/7 free confidential support. You don't have to hide how you feel. Text, call, or chat anytime.
We plant trees because people need trees, and when planted in the right place, they have great impact. Trees help slow climate change, filter our air and water, foster biodiversity, and strengthen our communities. They create the kind of transformational change the world needs now. April is a month filled with opportunities to care for and plant trees. For planting resources, contact an Ohio ISA certified arborist who can help you learn how to take the best care of your trees. Visit trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org. Amazon Business offers smart business buying solutions, so you can spend more time growing your business and less time doing the admin. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Cloudy skies, a bit of a breeze, and temperatures right around 40 on this Thursday. Overnight, we'll drop back down to the upper 20s with light winds and clearing skies. Plenty of sunshine on Friday, so take the sunglasses, but also that jacket. Even with the sunshine, temperatures only get into the mid to upper 30s by Friday afternoon. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Your undisputed leader in talking about nothing. This is Man and Bone.
I would absolutely love it if you went to YouTube, searched for Common Man's Basement, click subscribe. It's brought to you by our friends at the Lion's Den for all your adult needs.
Our guys in the chat, plenty of guys and gals listening to us on YouTube, watching on YouTube, and chatting away. Saltine tweeted posted the following in the chat. Said his girlfriend is about 5 minutes away from his house. Yes, she will be subject to listening to the show. Then he said, if a girl likes me, she has to like Man and Bone too.
You know what? I like that.
It's nice.
That's nice and sweet. For us, not for her.
Too hot.
That's right.
We've dusted off Would You Rather for today. How do you think it's going so far? What do we think?
I mean, it's the ones we've gotten have been good. I got to say, I thought there'd be a little more volume. But
to be honest with you, the phone's at the desk.
Oh, well, then there
I haven't even looked at the phone. I'm sorry. Hey, Timmy.
Right, would you like me to get the burner phone?
Will you go get the phone, Timmy?
Is it in one of your drawers?
No, it's right on top of the desk.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll get
Don't
it.
go in that right drawer. Don't go in that right drawer.
I want to know what's in there.
You do not.
Aunt Dill.
Oh, no, Timmy. It's a handgun.
Too hot.
It's a handgun and a note is what's in there.
No.
That's all it is. This one's from Zach, who says, would you rather have your favorite living musician sound and make music like they could at their peak for the rest of their career?
Nice.
Or have your favorite dead musician come back to life, but they sound like they did when they died and aged normally? So, okay, depends on who your favorite musician is and depends on who your favorite artist is. Good night. Fish scared the crap out of me.
Well, he busted open that
door. I think he about knocked it off the hinges. That was like Kool-Aid Man-esque.
Here's the thing is that Fish, our program director, he's like a dog. He likes a good task.
He does.
Like if we give him I'll go get it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Right. That's right. He also barks at us every morning when we come in, which is fun.
Yes.
So, all right. Favorite living musician sounds and makes music like they could at their peak for the rest of their life. Or have your favorite dead musician come back to life, but they sound like they did when they died and aged normally. All right, so if you have like a musician that you loved that died at a fairly early age.
I mean, I have plenty of those, but
then they would have lots of albums. You would think they were.
I know.
You know, they would come back and make some good music.
But I'd rather have all of the people that I like sound their best for their entire life.
Okay, but for example, if you like the Rolling Stones, we don't know how long that's going to be, right? That may only be a handful of years or something. You have no idea.
But it's been long enough, hasn't it?
I get it.
I'm saying they've had a good
long enough.
All right, but let's say
enough.
Let's say
60 years or so.
If you're a fan of like Nirvana and you wanted Kurt Cobain to come back, that could mean he comes back and then he ages normally, but he may have 5 or 6 more albums.
Well, first of all, do we know that he's not just going to come back and then kill himself a week later?
No, they said he would age normally.
Well, I think maybe he wouldn't age normally.
All right, I'm going to presume that he would live out the rest of his days normally without killing himself.
We'll remove that from the would you rather from the equation.
Yeah, I'm not raising anybody from the dead. I'll take the guys we currently have, guys and gals, and make them sound their best.
Teddy, what would you do? I'm curious because I know you like a lot of bands that you got some bands that have they're missing some people.
Teddy, think about it though. Vince Neil,
if I could get his
sounds the best.
Yeah. That's a big one right there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. You're a big crew guy.
Yeah. If I could have Vince Neil back to having, the way he sounded like in the 80s and early 90s, give me that.
Man, that's a good point.
Who is the musician that's been all over like our algorithms? Who's like 100 and he's clearly just been propped up in Vegas like a dead
Frankie Valli, yeah.
Frankie Valli.
That one, where poor Frankie Valli, if you haven't seen this, they literally are everybody else may be singing and playing their instruments, but when he comes out, he is not singing. His mouth is barely moving. He is immobile as a human, I think. He stands up, he shuffles to where he's going.
He swears he's not lip syncing.
Why does this place smell like formaldehyde?
There's zero chance he's not lip syncing.
I'm with you, but that's what he says.
Well, he's lying.
That's fine. Senile.
No. But yeah, that would be one. I'd like to see what let him not have to do that anymore. Let him actually be able to sing.
This is from AA Ron. If you could eat at only one fast food restaurant for the rest of your life, would you rather eat at McDonald's or Popeyes? McDonald's only because there's more breakfast options available for me.
It's an easy one for me. That's Mickey D's. Easy.
Yeah, but I am of the opinion that the stuff they have at Popeyes is superior. Like, I would rather eat Popeyes. Like, it is a superior product. I definitely eat McDonald's more, though, because a little easier to eat in the car.
And they're readily available, too.
Yeah, there's that,
let's
too.
Be honest.
Right.
They're
there's
easier. Like, what have you had? I know, like, this is not the question, but what have you had more in your life? It's obviously going to be McDonald's.
Yeah.
Oh, and I enjoy it quite much.
I'm seeing a Popeyes commercial right now, though. They've got all those chicken wings right there for you. You pop in, get some chicken wings.
I was talking to Dom Taberry before the show. Dom is the most inconsistent and frustrating food person in the world because he has big opinions.
Yes.
But some of his own opinions make no sense. So he's over there. He's like, hey, Mikey, you like Popeyes? Of course I like Popeyes, Dom. Hey, Dom, have you tried the sandwich over at Popeyes? No, who needs that?
Who needs that?
I understand if you're saying you don't like the sandwich as much as you like just the bone-in chicken.
But he hates it, shames it.
No, doesn't hate it. Won't try it. Won't have the sandwich. Who needs that? I'm not getting that sandwich.
Because he can just get the chicken.
Yes, Dom, but it's a completely different taste experience if you're eating the sandwich. No, I'm not trying it.
Is it frustrating to sit next to someone who has gigantic opinions, and even if they're slightly different or off base, they just defend them as if it's the last thing they're ever going to defend?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I've never experienced that. I don't know what
the hell you're talking about.
No one in that cubicle that we sit in is like that at all.
No, Jimmy.
Or it could be all of us. All four of us.
Yeah. Andrew says, would you rather have 2-hour periods a week? I don't know if that two 2-hour periods a week where calories don't count, or pick 3 locations you can teleport to and from forever. So every week you have essentially 4 hours, 2 of them at a time, where you can eat whatever you want and you won't pack on calories.
This is why you had to bring this segment back.
Or
questions like that.
3 locations you can teleport to and from. I mean,
then you could live wherever you want to live. One of your locations is go to work.
Well, right. Like, I presume
I like the drive to work, though. I don't want to teleport to work.
Oh, I do.
I don't want to get here instantly.
I want to drive.
Yeah, you're right, Timmy.
Get dressed, snap my
I need that
fingers,
buffer zone, too.
and then I'm at work.
No, I want to.
We need you to come in here, Mike.
No,
can you come
sorry,
in?
can't do it.
Snap your fingers and you're here. Easy.
No, but then you could teleport home and not go inside the house. Just leave your car out on the street and then walk over to it, get in, and go take like a 10-minute drive wherever you want to go. You don't have to obligated to drive home every night.
No, I would take the free calories.
I figured you would. I would probably do the teleporting just because.
Where would your places be?
Here.
The Furnace Fest?
No, not the Furnace Fest.
Yeah, it would.
All right, here's one.
Ace
You got
of
two
Cups.
more.
They
got to be far off places. I mean, you're going to waste it if it's not.
No, you know what? I would absolutely pick Mount Rainier. There's like a ranger station there, or like a visitor center that's like 5,000 feet up, and it's by all the trails. If I could teleport there, walk for an hour, then teleport back.
You're in the PN Dub, one of your favorite spots in the country.
Great.
All right.
Yeah, I would take that's two.
That's one. Give me another one.
And then third one would probably be Disney World, just because I know the fam. That would be for the fam.
You can't take them.
What do you mean I can't take them?
No, this is just for you.
I just wrap them in my arms.
No.
And then we all teleport together.
I guess I'd teleport to Pebble Beach or to Scotland on the coast.
Oh, you know what?
That's back to Allen Fieldhouse.
That's what I would do. I would pick Sunderland. Sunderland, England.
Okay.
I would teleport there so I could go watch Sunderland games just whenever I felt like it. Be great.
This is from the burner, my guys.
I got bronchitis.
Would you rather get knocked out or pee your pants in front of your friends?
Peeing your pants is cool.
Pants, right? Consider me Miles Davis. I don't care. I'll pee my pants in front of you guys. Chances are I'll do it anyway.
Let me ask you a question. How often do you think you could do this? Say on camera for money? Because I may have just found a side gig for us if you're willing to do that.
We actually had one of our roommates do that in college. That's how we did bets.
What do you mean?
He was forced to pee his pants because he lost the bet.
What?
And he paid up.
What?
That's what we did.
I was going to ask you.
No harm. No harm was done. Just a pair of pants.
Why would you want that?
But you don't want that. He lost the bet, and he had to pay up, and he peed his pants.
Why would you guys be like, oh, you know what? If you lose, you got to piss your pants.
We wanted to see him do it.
I guess you did. Okay.
All right, Big Mike says, my guys.
I want me some glory hole.
Now, assuming that both these people are still alive and kicking, okay?
Okay.
Would you rather allow your kids to spend the weekend at Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch?
Okay.
Or spend the weekend with Courtney Love and Kurt Cobain?
Well, it's a weekend.
Yeah. I'd take Kurt and Courtney.
Yeah, Kurt and Courtney. I think.
I mean, they're gonna get involved.
They'd have some questions when they came back.
Right. I don't know if they're gonna be mixed up in some good stuff, but at least I know they're probably gonna come back and not be violated.
Yeah,
sexually.
I think that's what I would. That's what I would probably take.
Timmy, you agree with that?
Make sure you
save the
say
next
what kind of violation we're talking about. Wouldn't happen to them. Yeah, I agree.
Nathan says, would you rather fight 50 first graders or 10 eighth graders?
Oh, the 10 eighth graders would just kick the living crap out of me.
They're
humongous, these eighth graders.
Yes, they're huge.
Yeah.
They're like men.
No, I'll take the first graders.
No, first graders is 100% the move. Although,
so will I.
I think after the first 20...
We're the same skill level, Mike.
I think after the first 20 first graders, there would be one or two that would be like, I'm going to bite this guy and as hard as I possibly can.
Yeah.
If they figure that out, they could bite you to death. I think they could do that.
What about the mental aspect of actually fighting first graders? Like,
they're coming for you.
You have to fight first graders.
Are we punching them in the face and knocking them out?
Yes.
Timmy,
these are rabid first graders, like zombie first graders.
They're trying to kill you. Yeah. It's the same. Listen,
it's the same. Bunch of first grade Hitlers.
Listen, Timmy, every zombie movie ever starts off with that dilemma where it's like, I don't want to hit this guy in the face with a baseball bat. That's the shopkeeper. And then he's like, trying to eat you. And then by the 50th one, they're like, get over here, old man. And they're just killing him for fun. Like at the end of a zombie movie, that's kind of how it goes. You got 50 of them trying to kill you. Yeah.
All right, more Would You Rather fun. And it looks like the Cincinnati Reds are not getting any sloppy seconds. That's coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at some slow traffic due to an accident if you need to travel on Hague Avenue at Palmetto Street. And we've got slower traffic on westbound 670 between 71 and Neal Avenue. This report is sponsored by Audible. And if you're stuck in traffic, why not tap into your well-being with Audible audiobooks, podcasts, and originals? Spend some time with expert insight on better health, relationships, finance, and more. Start listening free with a 30-day trial at audible.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Enjoy rates as low as 9.90% APR with a Visa Platinum credit card from BMI FCU. The perfect low-rate card for your wallet. Apply today at bmifcu.org/visa.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance. Visit shelterinsurance.com and find an agent to help you choose the coverage you need. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from classic 3-cheese, pepperoni, or extreme meat pizza. Save big with the $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 3/4/25. See app for full terms.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place. And aspiring comedian.
That's fun. What's your best joke?
All right, 2 windows were hanging out side by side. The first window says, "Sure is a hot day." The other one says, "Ah, a talking window."
That's pretty good, Wilson.
Bet you can't top that one.
Well, at Pella, we don't have the talking windows, but we do have the windows your friends will talk about.
Dang it, that's good.
Get the window that Columbus homeowners rate the leading and most trusted at PellaColumbus.com.
If your kid knows when you get home because he can hear the garage door open, even though he's married and lives 4 houses down, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we've fixed crappy garage doors, straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Barely famous, incredibly stupid. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Happy Thursday. So glad you're here. We have dusted off Would You Rather for today. Here's a good one. I like this one.
Okay.
This is, it's from no one. It's not signed.
Great.
Would you rather have unlimited Taco Bell free for a year or unlimited Hyde Park free for a month?
That is an interesting question.
Now, my first instinct is to say the Taco Bell free for a year, but man, you could do some damage for a month at Hyde Park.
I think I'm leaning, as much as I love Taco Bell, I go there all the time. I think I would go with the free Hyde Park because you go every day.
And every day they're open.
All right, every day they're open, which is how often?
They're not open Sundays or Mondays, I don't think.
Oh, well, then I get a little bit of a break, and then I go right, as soon as I'm like, man, I missed that Hyde Park, boom, we're right back.
Would you do lunch and dinner every day?
They just do dinner there.
No lunch.
No lunch.
Yeah, but you know what I could do is, so I would take Melissa, obviously, we would go.
And your mistress, you'd take her.
Mm-hmm. Right. And then what I'm saying is after Melissa said, like, all right, like we've had it like 5 times this week, I'm done. I would say, all right, great. And then I would just call up like friends, take my parents. Like I would spread, Timmy, you would be going, Ted would go. Common Man, I guess, if you want to go.
How many do we get?
Thanks for that.
Do we get a crew of 4? Can we get a crew of 4?
Why not? We take the whole, we could all go.
Tips, gratuities
it's
included.
All included. We would just be ordering lobster and just throwing it on the floor. Man. Are you going to eat that? Nope, full. And then you just throw it on the, it's free. What's the difference?
I would try every entree on the menu. I'd have every steak. Aren't all the steaks named after Buckeye football coaches?
I would order the Kirk Herbstreit steak every single time and throw that against the wall.
No, you bring your dog and you give it to the dog.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it's the Kirk Herbstreit steak. It's what he would want. Yeah. Give it to your dog. I have one that's not quite that, but it's a similar one involving fast food. Andy says, would you rather have an international McDonald's that has double the price for all items, but they have all the items from around the world?
Oh, wow.
Or have regular Taco Bell with 50% off? So you're always getting Taco Bell at half price, or it's double the price for your McDonald's, but you can get anything from around the world.
That sounds really good, though, Bone.
I think I would go with that.
I think I'd go with that too, and eat it less.
That's right. That's what I'm saying is I would have my standard places would just shift where I would say, all right, McDonald's is a once in a while treat, but when I go, I could spend all day thinking about what I want to get there and actually have to make those. It's not like you roll up and say, quarter pounder or chicken nuggets or Big Mac, whatever usually your 2 or 3 items. This is now I'm going to have to sit there and really calculate it so I get the best options. But yeah, I think that'd be good.
Would you rather have really long arms and tiny little baby legs, or really long legs and little T-Rex arms?
I think
the small arms would
be
put
tough.
A cramp in my social
that would be
agenda.
Really tough. Yeah, I think I'd just be all torso.
I'd go with the long legs. Right, Teddy?
Long legs?
Daddy, long legs? I'm sorry, the long arms is
the
what
long arms.
The long
arms
you
what I
want.
meant.
Yeah.
The long arm of the law. Yeah. This one's from Nathan, who says, "My guys."
No, we already did that today. That's amateur hour. I'm very sorry.
Huh?
I played that one already today.
That. I was like, I didn't. Okay. Yeah.
Twitters and twatters.
Thank you. Would you rather have to listen to Barney music every day? I presume he means Barney, like the children's dinosaur.
Kitty music. Yeah.
Yeah. For the rest of your life. Or have to massage Deshaun Watson and Justin Tucker every day for the rest of your life.
Whew. How much Barney music do I have to listen to?
It says you have to listen to Barney music every day with your kids for the rest of your life. Well,
yeah, but what's the length of time?
That's a good question. If it was like you're required to do this at least once a day, well, that's all right. I hang out with my kids and say, "Hey, kids, we got to play Barney again."
But is it 15 minutes? I'll do 15 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. Even if it's an hour, I'm saying. Then as long as it's not like for the rest of your life, anytime you turn a stereo on or anytime you get in your car, the only thing that plays is Barney music?
Yeah,
no.
I can't do that.
No,
I'll massage the pervs.
Yeah, but if it's just once a day I have to do that, listen to some Barney music, my kids will be like, "Dad, we're in college. Why do we have to listen to Barney?" I'll be like, "Because Dad didn't want to massage these creeps. That's why."
Dad, can't you just rub him? I don't want to listen to this anymore.
No, doing this for all of us.
Would you rather take the injury that Marchenko got or the injury Van Riemsdyk got?
Oh, that was the one where he got his lip split open and then they sewed him up and figured out he had a tooth in there?
I'd take the broken jaw that Marchenko got.
I would too. I'm sure it's immensely painful.
Right, James Van Riemsdyk, let's talk about this for a second. So it was the game against Utah. Utah's in town tonight.
Right.
But the last time these two teams played in Utah, James Van Riemsdyk takes a high stick to the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, teeth all jacked up, bleeding. He goes into the dressing room. They yank teeth out that they cannot save. Right? They're like, these teeth, they got to come out. They then stitch him up. He goes back out and plays and assists on a goal later in the game.
Yeah.
Then after the game, they take X-rays of his face and they said, "Oops, there's still a tooth in here. We didn't realize it was still there." They had to rip the stitch out, take the tooth out, re-stitch him up, Then he went to get bone grafts or something and root canals, plural, and then he played less than 48 hours later.
Oh, no.
Just break my jaw.
But then you have to, now you're drinking through a straw. Like, I don't know how he's eating exactly, but I'm assuming he can chew like some soft foods.
I don't know.
Van Riemsdyk?
I have no idea.
His jaw's not wired shut. But yes, the pain of that, I wouldn't want to go through the pain. I'll take 6 or 8 weeks of jaw wired shut, sipping protein shakes.
It's good weight loss for us too, buddy.
Oh, are you
Our
kidding?
wives will probably break our jaws when we get home.
Are you kidding? I wouldn't eat anything other than Shamrock shakes from McDonald's.
Bone, are you getting fatter with your jaw wired shut?
He'd be like, "You've been on a liquid diet, T-Bone. How did you gain 400 pounds?
How do you gain? You have too much of the Shamrock Shake, T-Bone."
Yeah, that's right.
Bone, I got one for you because you enjoy a lot of sodas.
I do.
You like Baja Blast.
I do.
Would you rather give up soda or beer for the rest of your life?
I'd give up beer. Wow. I love a good beer, but
you love a good bathroom?
I love a good basement.
Basement. I'm sorry. You know what? That sucks on me.
Yeah, that's okay. I can't, obviously, there's only certain places you can drink a beer, right?
Says who?
Says the law? Like,
we're just okay.
I'm just saying, drink a beer. Right? There's nothing wrong with drinking a beer here.
We need to normalize
I didn't
that.
say here, dope.
Why can't we?
Hop
We're
in
adults.
the car. I have to.
Oh,
I'm saying I can't pull through a drive-through and get that to drink.
No, but
So
you bring up a good thing. Like, why couldn't we just enjoy a beer at work? Like, if without getting sloppy drunk. Just
Sure.
do a cheers, do a toast, have one,
You know what,
go
Timmy?
about our
Timmy,
day.
I got a whole fridge full of Coors Light back there. Go get us some.
I'm just gonna crack one
Go
open.
get us some. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
We're gonna
Sure.
have a little. It's the end of the day.
Okay.
Why are you still
We're
sitting there? Go
We're
ahead.
tired.
Chris,
We
we're
want a cold one.
That's okay, Timmy. I'm good. You guys can have one. I gotta leave soon.
I want one.
Okay.
I didn't say have 7.
I got it. I got stuff to do. Let me live.
I'm doing stuff. I gotta have
I
a soda
forgot
now.
you got that thing on your car. You got to blow into it before.
Is that right?
Before it starts.
Yeah, that's right. There we go. Hey, kids, it's basketball practice. Sorry, Uncle T-Bone had a little something to drink at work. Now,
You're just carrying your beer into
What are
the
we playing?
basketball.
Hey,
practice.
you know what? I've had coaches like that.
I know. I know.
You wouldn't be the first one.
How are those coaches? Good?
Oh, great. Hey, the Reds may not get or they're not going to get the sloppy seconds because Pete Alonso has signed a deal with the Mets.
Yay.
2 years, $54 million. Now, there were rumblings that if he was still on the market, the Reds would swoop in and get him at a reduced price. They were interested in him. But he agrees with the Mets, 2 years, $54 million.
Yeah. I mean, as a Mets fan, he was not at his best last year, but the moment he had in the playoffs will go down in Mets history forever, that giant home run he had. So I get why the Mets did this. They've got an owner who has the cash to make it happen. Will Pete Alonso be the most effective version of himself the next couple of years? Probably not, but I think it was good vibes for the team and good for the fan base. Now, hopefully, he can contribute and find some of what he lost the last couple of years.
Back page coming up. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to hit slower traffic if you're on eastbound 70 on the east side from Hamilton Road to 270. And we've got a couple-minute delay on southbound 315 from Lane Avenue to King Avenue. This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies, offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code RADIO and get an extra 5% off. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic sponsored by The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Visit The Waterworks online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here. The best time of the year for football is finally here. The big game has arrived, and fans are excited to see who'll be hoisting the trophy in New Orleans. You can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Check out their big game giveaway promo for your chance at $1 million in prizes. 25 winners will walk away with $10K in cash. 7,500 winners will get $100 in bonus bets. No deposit or bet required. Opt in today in the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
You know that project you've been working on? Just chipping away at it, dreaming of the day you get to show it off? Then, when you're least expecting it, cancer. And finishing that project actually happens. I would know. I've been restoring this car for years, and today I'm giving it to my granddaughter. It's her 16th birthday and 2 years since my cancer diagnosis.
Mom, you finished it?
Happy birthday, boo-boo. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more.
It's a different world today than it was 30 years ago when I started Care Heating and Cooling. This is Mike Weens, now the retired founder of Care Heating and Cooling with my sons, Dennis and Ryan.
Dad, 30 years ago, you were the first to warn of companies using service technicians as salespeople, of abusing the trust that a service technician has. With the big conglomerates now buying companies all over Central Ohio, this has become the normal business model.
It's all about greed. The conglomerates know they can make a lot more money by incentivizing their technicians to sell furnaces instead of fixing them. They train their techs to take advantage of a customer when they are the most vulnerable.
Dad, that is not how we were taught. In 2024, Care Heating and Cooling was awarded a BBB Torch Award for ethics and was named the Lennox Partner of the Year. You don't earn those awards by leaving cat toys behind.
Call Care Heating and Cooling at 1-800-COOLING or schedule an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com. When you need a company you can trust.
Sarah, Happy New Year. You look amazing. How are things with you and Mark?
Lisa, I can't thank you enough for telling me about Columbus Men's Clinic.
We've totally rediscovered each other. He's working out, and we're doing more as a family than laying around watching TV.
I told you, they're incredible. My husband and I had the same experience. It's like having that spark all over again, isn't it?
Exactly. It's more than the physical. It's the connection, the energy. It's the best gift we could have given ourselves.
This new year, make the resolution that changes it all. Columbus Men's Clinic brings you proven options for ED, low testosterone, and enhancement. Reignite your drive, rebuild your confidence, and show up in the moments that matter most.
Here's to more love and more joy in the year ahead.
Cheers to that.
Book your appointment today at columbusmensclinic.com or dial 614-300-7400. That's columbusmensclinic.com or dial 614-300-7400. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Hi, here are some ways to listen to The Fan. You can download the Fan app or listen at home on your smart speaker or open up the iHeartRadio app or hold your head out the window and hear Common Man scream. Happy listening from the Dopes at The Fan.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection, one that helps better their everyday through the things they value most: friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
At Pella, we use the newest technology to show you exactly how new windows would look on your home.
Well, we keep it simple at our window place. We use a number 2 pencil to draw what your house will look like with our new windows. See?
Oh yeah, that definitely looks like a number 2.
Thank you, Leslie. Wait, I see what you did there.
Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rate the leading and most trusted at PellaColumbus.com.
It's almost Football Friday. All play and no work.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football, The Fan.
Buckeye basketball coverage coming up at the top of the hour. Buckeyes with a big one tonight at home against Maryland. The man to get you ready for the big game. He's Big Tim Hall.
Big.
Regular size. Huge man.
Yeah. You know.
How you doing, Timmy?
I'm doing all right. You guys doing good?
Doing good, Mike.
How about you, Bone?
I'm doing great.
How about you, Ted?
Doing good, Mike.
Thank you. There we go. Good.
I'm a little nervous about this one, but I think that's okay because Maryland is a tough team. They're 17-5 right now. They've been on a heater. I also think that in a league that's this competitive right now, winning 6 out of 7, that's about as hot as teams get around here.
They're due for a loss.
They're due for a loss. Ohio State got pounded by these guys. They were trailing in the game by 40. They're not that bad. They're a different team. Also, I think, Bone, when you're down by 20 and they hit that 3 when they're already up by 20, you kind of lose your composure and lose your focus a little bit. Yeah. That's how that game went. But they got to do some things well, like rebounding in this game to win it.
Well, that, and they also obviously, they can't get down by a lot to start. It does seem like, to credit Jake Diebler and this team, it does seem like they've eradicated that, and they've been pretty good about coming out strong, playing better from the start. And then, of course, you got to hang on. That Illinois game.
Yeah, the second half was a problem against Illinois.
No, but at least you're in the game to start, which was an issue earlier in the year. So I'm glad it seems like they've gotten rid of that. Let's hope that continues. Yeah. And then, like you said, who knows how that game goes if they're actually just like down a couple at halftime or something. That could have been a very different game at Maryland.
Yeah, that was the thing with this team, is trying not to be like blown out of the gym in the first half. It really just happened again against Auburn to that extent. And that, when you see Auburn is the best team in college basketball at 21-1. But even in that Purdue game, like this team has also shown an ability. They didn't get down by 20, but to be down on the road at Mackey by 15, that's kind of a thing. Like, you're on the brink of getting run out the gym with how fired up they get.
Let me tell you something.
They took that blow. They came back. They won that basketball game.
If someone popped into where I was watching that game in my basement and said, bet your mortgage on Purdue winning that game,
okay,
I was going to do it.
Will do.
I had no faith in the Buckeyes to come back and win that game. And you're right. Adversity, tough spot, they did it. Where earlier in the season, they fold, they crumple.
And now we just need, to Bone's point and to your point, like what happened against Illinois,
you also got to recognize that's a great team, and their record was starting to slip. I think Illinois needed that one about as badly as Ohio State did because they had lost 3 out of 4.
You could say that was the most important second half of their season, Illinois.
Yes. And it was also,
they played like it.
It was also the most important second half of Ohio State's season, too, because of getting a lead on the road. And with they were 13-8 going into that game. And with a couple of the key wins they've had, that 14-8 for Ohio State is not like a lot of other teams 14-8.
That's right.
If there are some out there. So that obviously would have been a huge thing for Ohio State. But look, they didn't get it.
Tonight could be a huge thing.
This needs to be a huge thing tonight.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's all I had.
That's great.
Hey,
good.
Timmy.
Hey,
guys. Timmy.
Hey, Mike. Bone.
Hello, Timmy.
Guys.
We have to give away this prize. Do you have a would you rather that you want to give the prize to?
Well, we had some good ones today. I feel like there was one that, Timmy, you were talking about. You said this is the reason we should bring this segment back, this particular.
Yes, that was a good one.
That Andrew had, which was, would you rather have 2 2-hour periods a week where calories don't count, or 3 locations you can teleport to and from? So we'll give it to Andrew there.
Andrew gets 2 weekend passes to Sonic Temple Art and Music Festival. The festival begins on Thursday, May 8th, runs through Sunday, May 11th at Historic Crew Stadium. Metallica leads the lineup, headlining Friday and Sunday and promising a no-repeat weekend.
Whoa.
For more information, check out sonictemplefestival.com. Back page.
The Back Page. The Back Page with Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Bone.
Well, man, new roller coaster at Cedar Point. It's going to debut early summer of this year. So, hopefully June, July.
Our guy Coaster Bob will be there.
Have you heard anything about this, Timmy? The Siren's Curse roller coaster.
Surprisingly, no, because about the other thing that Jack is interested in besides sports cards is Cedar Point.
Okay.
And roller coasters. But
well,
I know the dragster's gotten refurbished.
Yeah.
The top throw, but this other thing here.
This is
pretty
new
big.
They're calling it America's Roller Coast. That's what the kids are saying about Cedar Point. Now, this is a tilt coaster. Mike?
Okay.
Try to wrap your brain around this thing. You go up a hill, you come around a bend, the track that you are on ends. There's just nothing in front of you. The track stops. The car stops on this piece of track, which is on like a 90-degree swivel, where instead of going straight out to where you would careen off and die, it falls 90 degrees down, connects to the rest of the track, and then it drops you.
Yeah.
Look, I was talking to Nicole Sheeran out there from 10 TV. She jumped out of a perfectly good airplane for fun.
Oh, she parachuted,
right? She skydived.
She did skydive, and she's bungeed, and she's done it all.
Okay, I didn't know she was like that.
She would probably like this. There's a certain personality trait that you have to have. I don't have it. I would die. I would pass out, and you have to get the smelling salts out after the ride was over. I would not physically be able to take it.
It is the piece of track, this whole apparatus that does this is 45 tons. So it's obviously very stable and secure. 61-foot long piece of track that you get on. And then they've just put this in place today up there. They're still constructing it. It's it's going to be out this summer where they'll have it all completed. It then connects you to 2,966 feet of track below. This is as Cedar Point usually does, the tallest, fastest, and longest
of its type.
Tilt coaster in North America.
What's it called again? Siren's
Curse.
Siren's Curse.
It sounds like
the sweet sirens.
Sounds like a late night Cinemax movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely right.
It's probably on Tyvis's fire stick.
Siren's Curse.
And how about this little bit of a spicy text from Al Roker to Kelly Ripa? This is now, if you're not familiar, on whatever they call that show, Live with Kelly and Mark Consuelos is Kelly Ripa's husband. They both host the show now. They were recounting a tale a few years ago. Their cell phone plan, apparently sometimes their phones mix up each other's contacts. Okay. So sometimes one will get a message that's intended for the other one because it was sent to the other one's number. Anyway, it's confusing.
That's not weird at all.
No, but it's accidental. Here's the thing. They met up with Al Roker and his wife, Deb, at a wedding. They just happened to run into them. They said, hey, you're on TV. We're on TV. Love to hang out with you guys sometime. Al Roker is, of course, in his 70s. And Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos in their 50s. She said that she went after they had this meeting. They went home. They talked to each other at the wedding and said, let's go on a couple's date sometime. The four of us should go out. Yeah, let's do it. Numbers were exchanged. Well, Mark Consuelo said he got a text message on his phone that was meant for Kelly that said, hey, sweetie, when can we go have dinner? Love, Al. So, of course, Kelly Ripa comes back in the room. He says, who the hell is Al? And she says, first of all, it did not say, hey, sweetie. That's you putting your twist on it. But anyway, she said, that's from Al Roker, our new best friend. They never went and had dinner, apparently. So you got it. Come on.
What a swinging party they would have.
Get them together,
right?
Oh, yeah.
Upside down pineapple with the Rokers and the Rippas.
The Rokes, baby.
They're not the Rippas. What are they?
Ripa Consuelos.
Consuelos.
Oh, Ripa Consuelos.
Consuelos. I got nervous there.
I bet you did.
Just say it. I got nervous.
I don't get it. Explain it to me.
Buckeye basketball is coming up next. We will see you tomorrow for a big Friday show. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to hit a 5-minute delay due to an accident that's on southbound 270's off-ramp to I-70, and that's on the west outer belt. Expected to move slow from Cemetery Road. And you're also going to hit slow traffic on westbound 670 between 71 and 3rd Street. This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Eat Lux your way with the new $5 Classic, $7 Supreme, and $9 Discovery Lux Cravings boxes from Taco Bell at participating stores for a limited time only while supplies last. Price and participation varies. Drinks exclude freezes. Tax extra. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
This is a Fan Action Update.
Big night for playoff and tournament hopes in Columbus. The Blue Jackets are at home taking on Utah and are plus 130 underdogs on the money line. Ohio State basketball also at home at 7, and they are a small minus 150 favorite on the money line. Let's get some wins tonight for the good guys. For your action update, I'm Scotty Vegas.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, 2-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right. Find an agent at shelterinsurance.com to get started. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Get ready to make the big game even bigger at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. With 2 massive jumbotrons, over 50 feet of screen, and more than 30 TVs, you won't miss a single play, touchdown, or highlight. Fuel your game with mouth-watering food and bucket specials. Plus, warm up with our pregame cornhole toss for your chance to win big before kickoff. Reserve your table now for the best seat in the house. Visit HollywoodColumbus.com for more details. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Hey Ohio, Prime Sports has arrived. The only book where you can lay 108 instead of 110 on all your favorite teams. Football, baseball, basketball, hockey, you name it. Why would you risk more to win the same amount at another sports book? Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Use promo code JUSTSPORTS. Get a welcome bonus up to $100 and be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 or older and present in Ohio. If you or anyone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
They're trained. They're fired up. Let's do it. When you need heat, they can't be beat. They're Ohio State's undefeated heating and cooling team. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals with savings beyond low prices. Like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties or buy 2, get 3 free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
I'm Rick Reichert. Fast Start February is when Reichert Ford turns it up. Reichert Ford needs to sell 300 new Fords this month. So we are cutting amazing deals like this. Lease a new 2024 hybrid F-150 for just $599 a month for 36 months, 0 down. Or lease new 2024 Bronco Sport for just $399 a month for 36 months. Also, 0 down. And every new Ford comes with Reichert Ford's exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty. Reichert Ford has new vehicles coming in every day. Hundreds of new Fords arrived just last month alone, and hundreds more are set to arrive right now. So race into Reichert Ford for Fast Start February, the largest volume Ford dealer in Ohio at Route 33 and Hamilton Road, 2 minutes off 270, and at ReichertFord.com. Based on 2024 Ford report for total new retail sales. Cincinnati region. Leases on approved credit. No security deposit required. Ends 3/1. Come in now. We're dealing.
Get the right car at Reichert.
We're dealing.
Common Man here. I've told you about my friends at Sell for 1% Realtors. I am back to remind you that if you're thinking about selling your home, it should not cost you 6% to do it. Their premise is almost too good to be true. They sell your home for 1% commission, not 6. That's it. I had to check it out for myself, see if it was legit. I met with the family-run business here in Central Ohio. They will give you everything you expect from any realtor for a whole lot less. This is full service, not discount. They literally do everything that a realtor who charges you 6% is going to do, and probably more. They can do it because they use today's technology, which has made the realtor's job easier, taking photos, signing documents on your phone. And instead of keeping their prices the same like everybody else does, they pass the savings on to you because they know you're going to be happy with the service. Tell a friend, they get more business. Oh, what a novel concept. If I knew about these guys 10 years ago, I would have saved a boatload of money. On average, customers save about 10 grand in commissions. If you're selling, give my guys a call. 614-451-6616. Sellfor1%.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of